gonna put her in jail.
What the fuck are you doing, Phil?
Bum bum body, bum bum bum. We're back for the best Prop Fiend show of the year. We got Bam Bam from 10-7 MMA, Icy MMA, MMA Toad with his new intro ready to go. So Prop Fiends, like, subscribe, and get ready for the best of the Prop Fiends of the year. Here comes MMA Toad.
Please welcome MMA Toad.
I can see it in my mind.
What a fucking intro, dude.
MMA Toad is here.
Thanks for having me back, dude. It's been a week of fishing. I missed you guys last week. Had a lot of fun. I'm so ready for this card, and I know we're about to cook as per usual. So let's fucking go, brother.
It's a fucking pleasure to have you back. Let's bring in Icy MMA.
We are back. Let's go.
We're so fucking back, boys, and we got one of the best YouTube channels in the fucking game, better than MMA Guru, MMA Toad. Who is it?
Yo,
Let him know.
10-7. The 10-7 MMA.
The 10-7 MMA, ready to join Prop Fiends. Get ready. Here we fucking go.
Let's go.
The 10-7 MMA. Go there, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mother.
Okay. I like that. I like the intro. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think the intro was good. It was solid. 8 out of 10. I like Toad's. I like Toad's intro.
Hey.
Badass.
I like it too. I just gave him two. I gave him two pieces of it. It used to be this little tiny dick turbo frog, but then I kind of pointed it out, and then I told him I like Diego Lopez a lot and Justin Gaethje. Those are two of my favorite guys. And I come back from a fishing trip to that. Come on now.
Anytime you hear La Chona,
That was good.
it's fucking popping. So I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous. But that was cool as fuck. I appreciate that.
Hey,
Oh,
much
man.
love, 10-7.
We appreciate you. Thanks for joining a Prop Fiend episode, brother.
Hey, let's go, man. You know how we do, Toad. I wanted to show some love back. I know you guys always show me love. So I was like, you know what? I got to do this shit. My man Toad hits me up, asks me to do something. Toad, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, dog.
I appreciate it. Likewise.
And he's not going to be here in B Square. He's going to be fucking sharp. One of the sharpest in the game, 10-7 MMA. And shout out to DS. Bam Bam going to give out his props here tonight on the show. Big wedding tomorrow. Bam Bam. Tell us about the wedding. Tell us about the YouTube you got going. One of the best in the game, bro. Love it.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you guys for having me on. Icy, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Shit, man, chilling, dude. You know how it is, man. Busy week, busy fight week, obviously, for all of us. Massive card. Shout out Tyler Betts in the chat. Tyler Betts is an OG. Yeah, man. I mean, as far as we're concerned, V107 MMA, the way Toad introduced us is how we like to be introduced, with a V, like Ohio State University, one of those kind of things. We just do this shit, bro. We're out here. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Massive growth over the last couple weeks. Why? Because we went perfect 2 out of 3 cards. Me and DS, right? I went perfect on one. He went perfect on another. That blew up on Instagram. YouTube's moving now. So, God willing, to the top, right? That's what we want to do. That's what we're all here for.
sure.
So check us out. You have to. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Big ups.
Quick
Big
question
ups.
on that. Because I know that you've had these perfect
Incredible.
cards, and congrats, by the way. That's fucking amazing.
Incredible, bro.
Not only to do in general, but to streak it, right? Many of us have missed by that one fight, and it's a fucking painful thing, right? Especially when you used to put money on the idea that you'd parlay the entire fight card for fun for like $1. It still hit for like 15, right? Stupid shit. My thing is, I know that you and DS will sit there and one of you's got to swear up and down to each other like this fight ends this side on a fight that you might disagree on. Has that, the collaborative pick each week, has that 100%, or has it been your individual predictions?
Yeah, so the first one, it wasn't the first one on our channel. We've done it previously, by the way. So this isn't the first time we've gone perfect, but the first time in this stretch that we did it was the UFC Serbia card, which was a pretty, I don't know, I'm on the big screen now. Is that like on purpose or what's going on?
Oh, that's on purpose. You're the big boy in the house now.
There we go. No, so the UFC Serbia card, we went with my picks, but DS was like not 100% confident. He wasn't really feeling himself on that card. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to trust you to make the channel picks. Like, I'll stay with mine before the collaborative channel picks. You do it. So that was me, and the channel's picks went perfect on that card. What's weird is when it happened last week, when DS went perfect, I literally told him on the Saturday pre-show, I was like, DS, I don't like this card. I feel sketchy about it. I want to go with your picks. And he's like, no, dude, you're the one that's on fire, live on air. He's like, let's go with yours. So I went with like a little mishmash of our fucking picks. Didn't work out, but he ended up going perfect. So I kind of wish we did that. But yeah, it's tough, man, because we do my picks, his picks, and then we do have to come together. The cool thing is, though, individually and as a unit, we're over 70% lifetime and on the year. So that's our like little claim to fame. I don't pretend to be the smartest motherfucker in the game, but I feel like I know a little something.
He definitely knows something. Back-to-back weeks, 100%. You got to tune in to 10-7. The 10-7. The 10-7.
Yeah.
The 10-7. Don't fuck it up, boys and gals.
No, it's offensive.
You got to get it right.
For anyone that doesn't know ball, 70% is definitely like the milestone that many people will strive for. Maintaining it is hard too. Getting it's one thing, maintaining it's another. So anyone that you cross paths with that is a fight fanatic and can do any source of MMA, 70% ratio or better, tip your hat. That is someone in the fight game who, they're a vet, simply put. So much love, man. I think this whole group right here is sharp. Icy's been on fire, although he's icy. It's a weird thing to say, but
icy hot,
baby. Yeah, that could be a new little fucking money segment for you or something. I don't know. I did the barking frog, like something that's like a dog, but
I like that.
Barking frog. Yeah, it was fun. So anyways, boys, I'm excited to hear your props, and I have a much better feeling on the props this card versus some past weeks where I felt like I was fishing for some values that weren't really quite there in my prediction as well, right?
Yeah, you've done enough fishing over the last couple of days, MMA Toad. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel of MMA Toad, Icy MMA, and the 10-7 MMA on YouTube. You like and subscribe, you get the best information possible, and Prop Fiends are here every event to give out some of the best props in the game. Now, once again, welcome in the 10-7 MMA channel. Bam Bam's here, ready to go with the props of the week. And shout out to D. Able to join, but his props are still here, so get ready for it. These are the prelim props of the week, and we're going to start it off hot with this one, MMA Toad.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, make sure you guys stay around at the end. It's been a tradition, but we've been running some parlays that I've had a lot of fun with. Some have hit, some have been very good fucking sweats, and I think this group is totally capable of smacking one out of the park this week. So kicking things off, one of the highest props on the entire card. And Orabai is just amazing to see the plus 240 value. A lot of times when you got a guy who's a negative 1,000 or negative 1,200, their finish props and the way that it's likely to happen are typically negative value, right? Not only is it better than plus 100, I got it at plus 240. Nice way to open up my prelim prop to this card. I really think that the road of least resistance for him is through the grappling, where he'll find the submission. At the end of the day, a fight's a fight. Anything can happen on the feet, but he's at least shown to be extremely made of granite. He is of that cloth. So I think that even during the scrambles in this fight, if we do see one, he's still just going to find the upside in getting the fight, some pressure, the clinch, the grappling will take place. And I'll take it at plus 240. I got a unit on it for that.
Yeah, I love the
Beautiful.
blade too. This is also my prelim prop from the first show on Prop Fiends MMA Toad. Now I'm actually going to give out some gematria numerology reads because unable to do a show this week on the D codes, but Jeremiah Wells equals 140 in the ordinal main cipher. 14th finish is super high for Orabai as a big betting favorite. And it's his 7th UFC fight. So what are the chances he goes out here and gets his 7th submission win? And Wells just fought his 7th UFC fight. So I definitely think it's live. It's going to be my prop as well. You look at the round 1 sub, round 2 sub, round 3 sub. I mean, some incredible value prop options there as well. If you're confident on which round he will finish, it can be the second loss as well for Jeremiah Wells, which would be the least path to resistance for Orabai in this fight. And it's the second U.S. state, Pennsylvania. So let's keep that in note. Some more information here with the D code, which is usually a separate video, but we're going to add it in a little bit here as it is a favored prop of the week for me. Orabai, massive betting favorite. Tried to decode how he's going to win this fight. Liking the submission a lot if you read what's on the screen here, and that's why it is my submission prop of the week. Cycle leg as well, bias submission. I like Orabai, biggest betting favorite here. Path of least resistance, and it's really hard to go against some of the numerology leading this way. Now, if you want to go against it, that's completely fine. This is the least most likely outcome for Orabai. Looking at the props, the decision's even more likely than this submission, but I'm going to say he goes out here and gets the choke win. Icy, Bam Bam, anything to add on the biggest betting favorite of the night here?
Great value.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this, right? So my official pick for this is Orabai by second round decision. So I see that. You know what I mean? I'm in the same boat as you guys. My only thing that I would say, and again, we don't do too much betting content on our channel. We have done it, and obviously Toad's been there for some of that with Harry from Pro Schmo Bets and whatnot. But the way I kind of like to play these situations, it's like there is a little bit of a track record, at least as of late, with Orabai not getting finishes, right? We saw a really boring performance last time out. You don't have to play everything. That's all I'm saying, right? Like if you're seeing a fight, you're like, I don't see the value here, don't play it. I like Orabai as a part of a parlay with like just by finish, which I think is like minus 120. So I'd rather kind of play it safe that way. But this is definitely worth the sprinkle. You know, if I'm feeling froggy, I might leap on it. So pause, no titty.
Feels froggy. And I actually got one last thing to wrap up on this too. You guys know I'm like historic for hedging sometimes when there's just crazy disrespectful value. Yeah. Although I do believe in the fucking submission, and that's obviously the prop that I feel even more confident on because I respect Fight Fiend forecast props, right? You were doing like what 70, 80 units the other week or two ago, like crushing
Yeah.
it. So if I got some of the same bets as you, I'm feeling extra confident there. But I also believe in like, well, he historically likes to sit on his feet and swing and have a bit of a tussle, have a bit of a knock sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And Wells, for his 1 and 2 round combo knockout to pull the extreme upset is 30-1, and his second to third round knockout upset is 40-1. Wow. So I put like a 1% of what a unit would be to me to make back basically like a quarter of a unit, you know, if not almost half a unit, it ended up being a second round both hit, right? So that would be insane to have both hit there. If it was a second round Wells finish, but I do believe in hedging when necessary. Since I put a unit down there, what's $2 to make potentially $80 back if Wells hits a knockout? It's just like, okay, for $2 I'll buy insurance. That's what that's called. But no, it's nothing I believe in, but could happen.
That's true.
It's a
good
fight.
to have insurance, but I'm gonna take that $2 to the candy store because as a big betting favorite, Orobai is gonna win this fight, in my opinion. And I think we're onto something, Toad, with this submission too. Now the knockout, he likes to play on the feet a little bit, but training with Uriah Faber in camp, I think he should be tactical, path of least resistance. Obviously, some great numerology and codes leading this way. On top of, stylistically, this is probably the way to go. Submission win for Orobai. We look at Musayev, who's just off 2 incredible wins, and he gets him out of there round 1 by sub. I mean, the sub is very live in this fight, something we haven't seen in a while. I know he is kind of slow and kind of can win these decisions, but in this fight, at this price especially, I just kind of got to look at that knowledge of where the bookies have him priced just to win the fight, and it is the biggest betting favorite of the night, and I got to think he goes out here and finishes the fight. Reason why I had to decode it, along with every other fight I decoded on this fight night, I just can't go against this submission. But until Saturday night, we fuck around and find out Fight Fiends like we talked about on that previous show. The weigh-ins, ceremonial weigh-ins. We want to fuck around and find out on a couple fights. And this is one prop we will find out.
By the way,
and how.
People are on your side because that 240, since the time we started,
it's dropping.
It's 200 now.
Yeah, this number's dropping. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Good call, Bam Bam. Like, I went to go parlay this one, and this is one that was dropping along with another prop I have. So if you like the submission, get in early because she's dropping, man. And that might be a sign, too, with the bookies dropping it. Like, they kind of respect the money coming in here. So
yeah,
something that's not happened in a while. Obviously, the decision is more likely than the submission, but rightfully should be about the same. Props are a little weird on this fight for sure, on Orobai being the biggest betting favorite. It's actually interesting to me how they're all so similar, the odds with the decision KO and submission props. So let's hear from the boys what they think of the odds on these props, how they're so similar.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see a lot of the fighter by finish props stack up so close together this week, as I kind of was setting up some weaves, like a different short parlay tactic where I'm hitting different finish props, but not over convinced on every one of those plays that all of them happen, right? So a couple fades, a couple offsets that I excuse myself in. And yeah, to see Islam at plus money, Jalen turn at plus money, it's like, oh, okay. Interesting enough, Alvarez at negative. Yes, I do agree. He's very favorable to get it done by a finish, but welterweight's still a new division, and you can see Chitty Bang Bang's right there up in his face in that face-off, making him not look 6'3", more like 6'2". And it's a fight at the end of the day. I still think we have a lightweight trying to find himself in this division, and for negative finish prop, I was like, damn, that sucks because he's been my boy, and I've certainly taken him this week, but more as like a parlay piece. So kind of what's everyone else's take on some of these fights by finish props? Or are you going fighter by finish, or are you looking at these individual values? Because I've been seeing really big offset with huge submission props or huge TKO props, which we'll get into further throughout the show. So yeah, I feel like parlays maybe a little safer, and that's pieces that I would definitely consider tonight as well as we build the parlay. But I think when you see significant 8-1 value, 7-1 value, even 3-1 value in certain cases, when you look at MMA math and fight resume, plus money is crazy on this card at certain methods. And I feel like we're going to punish them for sure this week. There's no way we don't. I think the bookies lose this week, boys.
Hope so.
We'll see, yeah. I mean, my take on it is this fight card's weird, right? We were talking a little bit off air before we got on here about like kind of what we think about this card. I think in general, it's not too difficult of a card pick wise. I think most people in the space we're going to kind of be in the same area as far as picks, right? One or two fights that are a little bit shaky, but the problem, especially with like fights like these first three, right? Like Mikdebek, we know everyone knows he's going to win. Oralbai's winning this fight. There's no way Jeremiah Wells wins it. The next two are super shaky for me. There's a couple of other fights that are shaky for me. So I can see why the numbers would be pretty wild, Toad. Like what you were referring to. Like Neil Magny, Ramiz Rahimai. I know we're going to get into that, but who the fuck knows? Like realistically, I'm sure everyone's like on a side and you might be confident on that side, but kind of split. You know what I mean? Like, the argument for both. So there might be money to be made if you know where to fucking put your money this week.
For sure.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the first fight of the night, Bam Bam?
I mean,
odds are close.
Look, man, it's bogus. This first fight?
Yeah.
It's bogus. I mean, we're taking Jeremiah Wells, a Philly guy, and we're feeding him to fucking Oralbai, this caveman. What are we doing? That's not nice.
That's not nice, no.
You know? I'd hate to get my ass beat by a fucking prehistoric motherfucker in front of my family.
Do you think it's a step down for Oralbai, Bam Bam? Because it kind of seems like that, bro.
What is that?
Do you think it's a step down in competition a little bit after Chris Curtis, Jack Hermanson, and Musayev?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Like, and that's no shade to Jeremiah Wells. He's dangerous. He's pretty good.
He is.
He's not Chris Curtis good.
Well, if you guys know anything, being historic caveman looking makes you one of the best MMA bases in the world. So
this guy makes Makhachev look fucking gorgeous, dog. Like, Islam's a model compared to this dude.
Toad, what do you have to prove that statement?
I'm just saying, man. The ones that look like they're from a mountain, they are a mountain to beat.
My God.
And they're not just like, they don't all share the same build necessarily. Like some look like little dwarves. Like I met Marab, had my first ever fight interview with him, and dude, I was like meeting a little Iron Forge dwarf, but you could tell he is a strong little dude, like fuck you up kind of shit. So all the respect in the world to my boy Marab.
Big respect. Next prop, Icy, he's ready to talk on this one.
All right. Yeah, I expect this to not be a popular one at all this week, but I'm picking Tresean Gore by finish here. Luque's a veteran in the game. He's fought the who's who in the division, but the move up I did not like last time out. I picked Kelvin Gastelum to beat him in that fight, and I thought Kelvin was going to knock him out, to be honest. And Gore's a guy that I haven't been too high on all too much. But in his last fight, he looked a little bit more locked in recently, a little bit different kind of motivation it seemed into him. And he seemed better last time out. It's a big step up with Luque, but Luque is almost 35 at this point. His durability has not looked that great in recent years. He looked durable early on in his career, but he's been finished, I think, 3 times in the last 4 years here. So Luque definitely durability is diminishing a little bit here. So I'm taking a shot at the plus 190 here. It's a tough one, but I was looking at a lot of prelim props and some of them are tough. So we're taking a shot.
Shoot your shot, man. This guy is a betting favorite with 70% against him here. I like the Gore play a lot.
Yes, sir.
It's a good play. Sure. I'm playing it too. Shit.
Hey, well, I'm glad.
Are you 10-7?
People on it as
Tell
well.
us about it.
Let's go.
There it is, right? It
Big
pops
value.
Up. Hey, Tresean Gore inside the distance, man. Like, for a lot of the shit that Icy was saying, right? You look at Vicente Luque, and I get it, man. Prime for prime, I'm not stupid. I'd be picking Vicente Luque, but we have to look at the damage this guy has taken. And yes, it was a while back, but when you look at that brain bleed situation that he had with Jeff Neal, that shit, it's crazy that he's still here fighting, right? There's this idea out there that Tresean Gore is a guillotine merchant. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, and it's because he has 2 disgusting highlight reel guillotines, which you don't see very often. But he's got power in the hands too. Like, we got to respect that. Tresean Gore goes out there, and yes, we've seen some up and down performances from him, and we've seen him be the hammer, we've seen him be the nail, and last time out he showed us pretty goddamn good, man. I get why Tresean Gore is the favorite in this one. I wish he wasn't, so we could make a little more money. He's beating the dog shit out of Vicente Luque tomorrow. I'm telling you guys that. Trayshawn is a friend of the channel. I spoke to him 2 times this week. He's in good spirits. The weight cut, while it didn't look good, went good. He's on fire, man. Power in the hands. I can see a knockout. I can see the submission with that ghillie. So that's why I'm playing inside the distance as opposed to picking one. But give me plus 150 all freaking day.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And when I looked, I think I got it on let me look here. I think it was Bet Rivers I got plus 190 on, and I saw that and I was like, holy. I was like, I can't not take a shot on that.
Big time. Big time.
I agree with everything you said.
Like, hey, he's only getting better. One more thing. I'm sorry if I'm being long-winded. With Vicente Luque, he's not that old, right? Vicente Luque is not a super old guy. What is he? He's 34.
34, almost 35.
And Gore's like what, 32?
Yeah,
30,
but Toad, there's mileage, man.
I know. I'm just saying, like, yeah, my thing is they're not that different in age, but yes, mileage, wear and tear is huge.
It's the mileage, wear and tear, and then on top of it, even with Trayshawn Gore being 32, he's a young 32, especially in this game. Very few professional fights. He had to learn on the job. This guy was in the Ultimate Fighter at 4-0. So this guy is still getting better at 32, whereas Vicente Luque's best days, and I love Vicente Luque, his best days are fucking well behind him. Yeah.
When it's 10 versus 37 fights, like 27 fight difference here, it's crazy. There's definitely.
I only say this.
The mileage.
I'm very big on Joel Alvarez, really big on him. And I would have, in a never a million years, thought that it would be Luque that broke that streak of getting finishes. And he found a fucking way to run away and stay alive with his grappling base. And I know that Gore, although he gets off a lot of nice combinations with his striking, he always used to like to transition to the club and sub if the neck was given up, which he does a lot. He does some knees and things to the body too. And I've been big on Gore submission at plus 600 prop or so in the past. That's won me some good dollars. So big shout out to this man. I see this smacking, but at the same time, I hedge ever so slightly, just given that Alvarez couldn't even get it fucking done. And I think he's a step yet ahead.
I do want to say thank you to Kelvin Gastelum, right? He went out, he found himself some hot-ass Filipina girl to get with, and completely was out of shape. He was eating all the fucking tacos, listening to La Chona, and fucked himself. Or else these lines would have been closer. So shout out Kelvin Gastelum. Thank you for the money this week, my boy, and I hope you're doing all right. Congrats.
100%. Gore is the betting favorite with 70% on Luque now. That's a big indication for me that maybe the bookies know something we don't. I'm going Gore. And we already talked about the numerology gematria supporting it on the previous show here. Gore inside the distance is a great lean as well at plus money. But the decision really isn't out of the question. If we look back at the gematria code, it's actually very live, the decision for Gore, just being more active on the feet, more volume, more power, more damage, being able to stop the takedowns. And we got a guy in Luque who has had more of a career to this point, has less to prove, where we have a hungry Gore ready to keep a contract, ready to stay in the UFC, has really had less damage, like Bam Bam talked about, like less experience for sure, but less damage. And the brain bleed is certainly a question for Luque. I do believe he's tough because Toad mentioned, well, Joel Alvarez wasn't able to finish him. Well, I understand that, but that's why I like Gore by a decision, because the toughness of Luque, right? So I can use everyone's opinion into the Gore decision a lot in this prediction and the gematria prediction. I think Gore wins by a decision. Now, obviously, the odds are sus, just like another fight, because you got 70% on Luque, and clearly he has more experience. Clearly he should be the better fighter, but he's not favored to win this fight, and the odds aren't going his way. So you got to keep note of that. Beware of that, because a lot of the time the bookies are more accurate and sharp than the Tapology picks. So just beware what the bookies are doing in this fight compared to the Tapology picks, because fucking Jesus Christ, Gore should go out here, win the fight. If he doesn't, I'm going to be very shocked. I don't care how he does it, inside the distance, by a decision. We're going to fuck around and find out Thank you for Bam Bam for being here. Thank you for Icy for being here and Toad, because we all have opinions and we're all ready to stand up and fuck around and find out.
Let's go. Hey, by the way,
boys.
I also don't real quick. Last little thing on this one. To me, decision seems a little bit out there, just because if this fight does end up going the distance, Gore hasn't put a beating on this guy, and like technique for technique, essentially, Luque, if they're standing up for 15 minutes or they're grappling for 15 minutes and there's no finish, I could see that being Luque. I would fuck around with inside the distance decision, no action on Trayshawn Gore, like if you want to play it that way. But I'm confident in the finish. I'm confident.
Let's go.
Well,
We're ready to fuck around and find out.
I'll be rooting for both of you boys then, and you know, may obviously one side of the fence cash out.
Let's go.
We're all going to cash out at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying, right?
The main thing is bankroll management. Manage that bankroll wisely. Don't set a bankroll that's not comfortable for you. Say $10 is 1% of your bankroll. That should be $1,000 bankroll. So just set a bankroll that's comfortable for you. Don't try to be the big man in the gang. Just do what's comfortable for you. Longevity, you're going to win. Rise up to the occasion. So Discord, we can teach you about bankroll management. Please bet every fight you want to bet on, but please manage the bankroll fucking wisely. Bam, bam, peanut butter and jam. 10-7.
Oh, you want me to do this one now?
Oh.
Okay. This one I'm excited about. This is one of two fights on this card that I am very, very confident the fighter is going to go out there and make a statement. Dante Johnson is going out there. He is getting a knockout win. I see it at plus 110. I'm tempted to do first round knockout, to be honest with you, to level that up a little bit. This guy is a freak athlete. And yes, his level of competition in the UFC hasn't been so great so far. And yes, he's also not looked like the prospect we thought he would be so far. But a little bit of secret in this recipe that a lot of people are missing. He's out there at Extreme Couture now. He has switched gyms. He has switched corners. And that's what a lot of people were bitching about with him. Bad coaching. He's now with my boy Justin James over at Extreme Couture. They tell me that this guy is a freak athlete. If you guys saw Embedded this week, you saw him sparring with Sean Strickland. This guy's fight camp for this fight was Sean Strickland, Fluffy Hernandez, and Chris Curtis. That's who he's
ready.
Sean Strickland had nothing but positive things to say about this guy. Coach Justin James, nothing except positive to say about this guy. They say he's stupidly explosive. He's a sponge. He learns everything. He is going out there to make a statement, and I think the statement he will fucking make. Give me Dante Johnson by knockout. And again, I'm very tempted to go knockout round one.
Good shit.
Round one is solid too.
I can already see it now, man. Like I said, he was like really emotional on that scale, but like in a positive way. Again, sometimes that can amplify and be a bad thing, but you can also use that as true fucking dynamite boost right off the rip and come out and have a highlight night. And he's on pace for that, dude. He looked really eager, excited, pumped. I've always took him as a bigger threat in the first round. If you can get him in the deeper waters and tire him out, then you take away those weapons and those tools a bit, as we've seen. And I'm excited to see those improvements since then. But from what I know, this guy is not to be fucked around with, especially in that first round. And I have a good belief in it as well this week. So as he does continue to find his way, though, and we do get high, more vet matchups, you could say, not necessarily like high level matchups, but respectfully vet matchups like this one. I am very eager to see if we notice those camp changes or just maybe his own grit and determination to prove others and doubters wrong and have that fan base back, because he definitely was snowballing it right into the scene as he showed up and let us know who the fuck he was. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he very fucking alligator boy. I love that shit.
Lockjaw, baby.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm about it. All right,
You about that life.
What do you guys think about it?
I think it hits.
Yeah, I think if you're playing a prop, this is the one to go with on this fight. I mean, Makhachev has been knocked out, 4 times, right? So, I mean, plus money on this. I mean, there's a few plus money props this week that are very interesting, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, this is one I bet in the cycle with a couple other plays. This is the knockout. leg of the cycle to mention, along with Mansoor Abdul Malik, we'll talk about here later. But love the play by Johnson KO. Not going to overexpose myself on this play. Kind of like DS talked about Bam Bam. He's not like too bullish on it. I heard your show. Like, he's not too bullish. I kind of feel that way. Like, I'm not too bullish, but I want to play it in like one or two plays. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Very excited for this fight for sure.
I get it, man. He's unproven, and Eric McConaughey, if anything, has shown us he's tough, right? But I just don't rate Eric McConaughey's wins that highly. I don't even rate his losses that highly. Like, what do we really know about Bysinger Susarkayev?
I know, man.
You know what I mean? He looks good, but do we really know what that guy's about yet? So, like,
he plays with his food too much.
Is it that,
especially
or is
with
it
McConaughey?
he's just not good enough to do it that quick?
I agree, bro.
And he's just playing it off.
One thing to add in, guys, that prop has completely flipped. It's negative 105 now if you went in on the action. So great to get in on that early, of course, as you seem to have had. So, and yeah, I see this at plus value. Really like the prop. At negative value, I'd still consider it as like a parlay leg. It's a good fight. I was just going to look up just for the fight to end by knockout, depending your bookie. It may have that if you respect some kind of car crash ensuing. And that prop is at negative 150. So for me, if I was locking in at negative 110 value for just Dante, I'm going to just do negative 150 and get it either side by knockout as just simply almost the same value. But if you can get this one at plus money, you're messing up if you don't consider cycling it or doing something with it this week. This is great.
If you haven't yet, do it now.
It looks like Bet365 still has it at plus 110 right here. So
nice. Yep.
Nice.
You got Bet365.
Yep. And I was checking FanDuel too. So that just goes to show you now. Yep.
It looks like FanDuel's minus 105. Yep.
Bam Bam, what's your favorite sports book to bet on?
It depends, man. I mean, usually, I'll be honest with you, I normally play DraftKings, but over here in Illinois, we're lucky. We're not, like, restricted. We have 100 books to play with. So, really, wherever most of my money is at is where I'm going to – if I'm hot, I'm playing that book. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stress a minus 105 being a minus 110 if I feel hot on that. I know that's crazy. That might sound stupid to some people, but I'm a believer in shit like that, like staying hot and – routine and not changing things. So really it just depends. But Bet365, my FanDuel's been locked for years. I got to figure that out. DraftKings, there's a bunch of the big boys. Bet Rivers is big here.
That's where I got that first prop. I just in Alberta and Canada here, they launched a bunch in last month in July. So before I only had like 3 or 4 and the one limited me. So now I think I have like 10 or 11 downloaded. And I'm not loyal to one. I go wherever the price is best.
And here's what I'm gonna tell you, Icy. If any betting companies are what, I'll promote the shit out of it. I'm not afraid to shill out and sell out. So if somebody wants to throw a check at your boy, that's what the fuck I'm using.
Hell yeah. Gotta follow the money.
There it is.
For sure.
See me.
I'm just waiting for my first like non-sketchy crypto version somewhere out of Brazil is what I'm waiting for. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm waiting for my first one of those.
Big ones out of Brazil. Yeah, we got another big prop coming out. Fighting a Brazilian on short notice now. This was like a collab pick from 10-7. So let's hear from the 10-7 MMA now on this one.
It's crazy because my 3 props that I sent you were right at the beginning of the card. DS's 3 props are a little bit later on, but I guess we kind of agreed on this one. First and foremost, shout out CJ, like literally the best fucking homie we have at D107 MMA. Look, man, that first fight before it got canceled, I was a little bit sketched out on that one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was sitting there and I'm like, man, I'm going to have to pick against Charles Johnson. I hate doing that. But I'm never going to sit there and lie to my community. I'm going to tell you who I believe is going to win the fight. I just hate posting it and then the fighters see it. And I'm like, I feel really shitty doing that. But anyway, he's fighting Eduardo Chapolin right now. I fucking love Chapolin. I mean, I've learned to enjoy this guy's fights from the LFA and Ultimate Fighter and the Contender Series and all that. I think he is a beast. Charles Johnson is a big boy for the 125-pound division. Eduardo Chapolin is really not. Then we add in that we're adding 5 extra pounds onto Charles Johnson in this fight. They're fighting at 130 at catchweight. Chapolin's doing this on 2 days' notice. CJ with a full camp prepared to go in there. We know he gets better as fights go on. And Eduardo Chapolin is more of a finisher than Charles Johnson is, I would say. But he's more of a finisher like in the middle rounds, that second and third round. Charles progressively gets better as fights go on. So I don't see a finisher, which has kind of been the knock on what happened to Charles recently. I see Charles getting better throughout this fight. I see him less defeated. And I see him ultimately beating a guy that's less prepared. 2 former LFA champions. I'm going to take the one that I think is better. That's Charles Energy Johnson, baby. CJ by decision. A plus 185. That's fucking love on a short notice. Charles Johnson puts out champions, guys. That's what he does. So he's beating Eduardo Chapolin. So if you're not bullish on decision, go with the money line. But I like the decision prop. Chapolin's tough.
Yeah, that's solid. I did sprinkle on a big prop in this fight, and it's Charles Johnson by submission at plus 1,600.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little sprinkle, but when I saw that number, I was like, I can't not take that, because plus 1,600 against a guy who's gonna try and take him down a bunch.
Yeah.
I think Charles has some sneaky jiu-jitsu, and yeah, I think it was pretty value.
Get his get back for that last time out.
His second and third round prop on that was insane. I kind of like just was fucking froze. Like, what? This is like the result of a 10-leg parlay for some people for this number, and I had to hedge something on it. Yeah, not a big fan of Charles Energy. He's actually one of the boys, big in the fight community. He's got nothing but love. One of my favorite wins of his was over in China. Grabs that mic, and I mean, he had one of the best times with the mic than even the locals there. You know what I mean? With friends and family in the crowd. He's just dude's cool as fuck. I have nothing but love for Energy, and I do believe that he is a high level fly. I think the 5 pounds this week at catchweight is a big thing for him to have. He's always had pretty good cardio when he scrambles, and his boxing is phenomenal. But to have an extra 5 pounds of just otherwise being so big as a fly, like, I think we actually see a better performance yet. And people are going to be like, yeah, it's because we didn't know who this guy was, or you know what I mean? Like, it's not one of the big popular flies that you're hearing about right now. Like, I could see Energy working his way back to a fight like Usyk, Tatsuro, some of these guys that have been on the, declining end of things of the division, and maybe even find his way back into a Van fight if Pantoja just punishes the shit out of him and he struggles to find a win or two more. Energy could cross that road and have that rematch, which I think would be fucking sick too. So we'll see. I'm a big fan though, and I love the prop here. So best of luck on it.
Yeah, I like this prop. Gematria, numerology agrees.
Hell yeah.
Johnson's to play. New matchup. It has to favor him. He is the betting favorite. And I mean, definitely more ready to go in this fight Saturday night. He's had the full training camp. The decision might be a bit of a sweat because that submission was live. Icy talked about big juicy number on the sub, but then he's knocked out Loney Kavanagh and Joshua Van. So it's like, it's the KO live, but I'm going to trust in the decision with 10-7 and the Gematria code. It's the play. He wins the fucking fight, either doubt. And if you look at the money line, 10-7, talk about that, kind of disrespected. He should be the bigger betting favorite in this one.
I'm all for it, dude. You know what I mean? Again, I think Chapolin is good. I really do like the guy. I think he has a future in the UFC. I think this is a guy that will be in the rankings at some point. But all the shit we were talking about. So I'll take minus 110 or minus 120, whatever it is right now. And I'm cool with that. I'm not going to be selfish. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good price. That's a value price for Charles Johnson in this fight. Ready to go versus Chapolin. Now, like and subscribe. 10-7 MMA, one of the best YouTube channels in the game. The 10-7. Tell them what's going on this week. And what's been going on?
On the channel?
Yeah.
A lot of shit, man. I
Been
mean,
cooking, grinding.
a lot of shit, bro. We've been putting in work, and luckily it's been paying off these last few weeks. We've seen major growth on Instagram and on YouTube, to be honest with you. Again, 2 out of 3 weeks we went perfect. At least one of us did, me and DS. So check us out if you're looking for that. Fighter interviews, got one dropping maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Talked to Taco Padilla on air for a little bit earlier today. That was fun as fuck. Fighter interviews, picks, ranting. We talk to Toad often. The Saturday pre-show is the greatest show on all of MMA YouTube. I'm not embarrassed to say it. So tune fucking for that 2 hours before the start of every card. It's open, by the way, guys, to all MMA content creators. So if you guys ever want to hop on that, any of you guys are welcome. Hit me up. Hit me up a couple days before. Let me know you want to do it, and let's go. We just basically go through the card, talk to the chat. It's a fun time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've had always a blast on those pre-fight shows, and I always felt like the space needed that. And right as I searched for that, I found that it was you guys, right? Not that I wasn't ever live, just didn't fucking get that same community and interaction. So it's nice when you see it trending. First thing you open is YouTube. Maybe you're checking up on the embeddeds or the ceremonial, and then right there's the pre-fight show, and right part of my front page of YouTube algorithm before MMA Guru or anybody else. So I try to hop through if I'm able to. Otherwise, I just kind of listen in the chat if I'm busy. But I love the show.
Hell yeah. And last time we had you on Toad, it was like 2 weeks ago. We had you and Dana Black on. That was fun as fuck. But yeah, man, kind of the same way that you're talking about is how I came up with the concept. One Saturday, I was just hungover, chilling. There was a couple hours to the card, and I was like, let me see who's on MMA YouTube. Everybody does Fight Companion, so I go on live, and like the first thing was like news, and then it was like fucking politics, and there was like some NBA podcast or like whatever. And I'm like, why the fuck is nobody on you? Like, there's a big card coming up, and I was like, you know what? There's definitely a space here. I don't want to do Fight Companions. I like to chill and watch the fights and relax with my family and bet and sweat the fucking bets and drink and eat. I don't want to be on air for that. So I was like, you know what? I'll do a pre-show, and it's been phenomenal. And we've been doing it for a couple of months now. And honestly, we've had so many big names. We've had like bigger content creators, smaller content creators, fighters, coaches. Like a lot of people want to be a part of it, and it's been amazing. Big thing.
UFC, the UFC hopped in.
My small little ass.
The UFC came in my chat.
The UFC was in the fucking chat. That was crazy.
Let's go.
I was like, yo, all right. They still didn't hire me, Toad. That's fucked up.
Crooked.
You'll be part of the next like big UFC 350 fucking halftime show highlight clip they make with all the content creators.
If I make
Solo
like
Icy and Solo Joseph.
If I make a countdown episode or like an embedded or something where they just use like a little clip of that's like me making it. That's
we finna run it.
That's the next goal.
Dude, Fight Fiends making better fucking intros and content than their own $1 billion fucking broadcast, dude. Get out of here.
They're just throwing AI bullshit out there. I'm like, fuck these guys.
There. I mean, I sometimes use AI, but I craft it up a little better than them.
But
sure.
you ain't worth $12 billion, you know?
You can use it as a tool, but
how do you like the Toad AI this week with Neil Magny, dog?
Oof.
I love that fucking art, dude. Got him on a lily pad up out of the octagon in the swamp. Frogs waving their cash in the air.
I love this week. I'm not gonna.
I had to
lie.
show my boy Neil
Philadelphia,
Magny
fuck
some
yeah.
love. And shout out to him, dude. Member of the Mud Hut, holding it strong.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
become a very much Niagara fucking Mud Hut recently, but I like it.
All of a sudden, I saw
Jasmine, Aaron,
Yeah.
Mike's in there. Got Cam in there. I mean, it's a good time. We got the Lion in there, Leo.
I need my passport to hop in that fucking chat, Toad.
Who needs in?
I was like, I need my passport to hop in that chat.
Oh, yeah, you do. It's fun.
10-7, you're going to be in the Prop Fiend chat because hopefully you join more Prop Fiend show. DS, always welcome to join. Thank you so much, Bam Bam, for joining so far.
100%.
Been
He
a
wanted me
blast.
to apologize, by the way. He committed to doing this, and then
Please.
he was at the Cubs game today. He was with his girl. Shit went down. So, like, you know, they're busy. Again, we have that wedding fucking coming up tomorrow. So it's been like crazy fucking week for us. But yeah, he'll be on for sure at one point.
Did the Cubs win today?
They did.
So he's not that upset then.
No, he's not upset. He's upset, but not about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Not on DS.
Busy schedule.
Yep.
And then, you got women in your life. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to schedule this and that. I know. I'm a single man.
I'm not putting. She watches everything. I'm not putting the blame. She's a sweetheart. I'm not putting the blame on her. I just want to.
I'm not saying.
Clarify. I'm just saying she watches everything. So like, it's not me.
Is she watching this?
50-50 shot.
She might be.
I would say I juggled pretty good for like 5 years until all the shit came crashing down. But yeah,
Toad single too.
No, it doesn't mean I'm fucking giving a fuck about it too much.
Yeah, you got to tell DS's girl and her friends, go light on the boys,
Come on. There
Jesus, we're half single around here.
Me being fucking high at the fucking Chicago Bay, puffing on a hooter with some fucking.
You're high on fucking
Daddy.
some spicy
Might change
peanuts,
that a little
bud.
bit, but
You're high on some spicy peanuts.
hey, shout out her for like 2-3 weeks ago. She made her debuting episode on Prop Fiends and fucking crushed it with like all of her props. So yeah.
Shout out Spicy
Good
Peanut.
props.
Yeah. Chicago people, bro.
Chicago, that was the first entrance, and then we got the second 10-7 MMA. And don't forget the 10-7 MMA. The. If you forget it, you completely fucked up, bud.
Yeah, it's fucking
and your
important.
sister fucked up.
I won't take slander, dog.
No slander. These 10-7 MMA. You effed up. Completely effed up if you screwed that one. Get your drill, re-screw it. We're back. Main card money, bam bam, ready to blast these bookies out of the atmosphere. I can't even say it. I'm so
I didn't know we were
stupid.
ass blasting tonight. I wasn't prepared for all of that, dog.
I'm ass blasting fucking beers.
Maybe
yesterday.
maybe on the co-main, boys. Maybe on that co-main.
It's a little early to be ass blasting. It's only 9 p.m. over here, guys.
I'm drinking seltzers like a white girl.
Let's go.
I see that.
Shout out white girls.
He shotgunned like 4 of them the last episode, like 2 hours ago.
I'll do one next, but last week was beers for Aaron Jeffrey and the boys. But yeah, I'm a little white bitch. Not gonna lie. Oh well, we live on, we make money, and yeah, main cards. Here we go. Fucking crazy shit. 10-7's back, ready to attack these bookies because Bam Bam's putting them into the grave.
Okay, yeah, fuck it.
DS.
Look, this is the 10-7 prop show. If you haven't noticed, dog,
Right.
This
keep
is
it
a
rolling.
10-7 show.
Where are you guys at? All your shit's at the end. Like, all right. So, and the crazy thing is, this one isn't even mine. So I'm talking about. I'm pretending to be DS.
Drink.
Look, my personal pick in this fight is Esteban Ribovics. I think as everybody is probably picking Esteban Ribovics. I'm picking him with a round 2 KO. So this may or may not fit with what I'm talking about. But I guess DS's thing is Edson Barbosa is so goddamn tough. He expects him to be able to handle the damage, handle the pressure of Esteban Ribovics, who, for all intents and purposes, is a really good fighter, a really good finisher. We've seen him be a great hammer. We've seen him be a great nail. He's gone to war, all that kind of shit. But everything we know about Edson Barbosa tells us he's tough. Now, where I may disagree with this, I don't know that he's able to take that kind of an ass whooping anymore. I guess DS is a little more confident in Edson Barbosa. I personally think Edson Barbosa retires on this card. I know that's not a prop we can bet, but if we could, I'm betting that shit on some like foreign fucking Russian betting site if that's possible. But yeah, I mean, minus 130, over 1.5. Edson Barbosa has given us, I guess, throughout his career, no reason to not believe he's one of the toughest motherfuckers to ever exist. So I guess that's where DS is at.
2 years, 3 years, Dagestan.
I'm saying.
You know, well said. If I was making a bingo sheet this week, I would have one of the spaces, Barbosa retirement as well.
Yeah.
I don't see how he continues to want to stay around at this phase of his career, given the level of the fighters that are never ending for him. You know what I mean? We've seen the best of his days. Now, he's done some amazing things in his own regard, and it's one of those things too where, maybe it's slightly too late to get out of Dodge and be thought of on a higher level, but for his own health at this point, right? For the own good of him. Like, look at him in here in this photo. I just want the man to not get canned too many times, because a guy like Esteban can literally change your physical health on a very good night for him. Very much danger in this fight, and I believe it does happen early in the first, if not second round. So I can get behind this one a bit, given how tough, like DS was saying, Barboza is. He's certainly shown that he can be the nail for 15 minutes more times than not. Yeah, I like the prop. Not a bad play. Nice parlay piece for sure.
I can't wait much longer to hear Bam Bam talk on this one again.
Esteban Ribovic's part. Oh, you want me to break it down again?
No, I'm just kidding. We got another one cooked up.
God damn.
Cooking it up in the kitchen.
Okay, this one was originally me. So this one I'm very confident in. This is not really a DS, but we're playing it off as if it's a DS. All right, Mansour Abdulmalik. I said it earlier in the card, guys. I think there are two guys on this card that are going to go out there and make a massive statement. The first one being Dante Johnson, and then this one is you almost have forgot with Mansour Abdulmalik. A lot of people are very fucking kind of soured on him after that performance where he didn't look so good. Right, lost his O. Got knocked out by Yusri Belgarawi, which, by the way, your boy here predicted Yusri Belgarawi to beat him by knockout. So there is that. I think Mansour Abdulmalik is legit, man. He is a blue chip prospect in MMA. Let's not take one loss and, you know, it's one of those situations. What have you done for me lately? I don't like looking at shit that way. Great fucking wrestler, really goddamn physical. I think the UFC wants him in a bounce back spot here. So they give him Dustin Stoltzfus. A lot of people in their breakdowns this week are talking about Dustin Stoltzfus in like a really high regard, and he is a good fighter. But I think we're kind of fucking overdoing it. Mansour Abdulmalik is blue chip. Dustin Stoltzfus on the way out. Mansour Abdulmalik KO. Again, I'll fuck around with round one.
Fuck around, find out.
Another prop I like this week. Another nice cycle P. Cycle leg for your knockout prop. I think Mansour is still very much solid. He's got a lot to prove, build, learn, grow. It's not like he has like the most elongated fight career, right? He's still learning and growing, just like you were saying about Gore earlier in that regard. So the knockouts live, I've always kind of thought, he could do the old club and sub if you give up the neck just right. We know he can cinch that choke too. But I see him getting a finish regardless in this fight for sure.
But Stoltzfus is really he's a really good jiu-jitsu player. You know what I mean? So he's defensively responsible enough, I think, to not get stub-toed unless he's really fucking hurt. Again, though, like going back to what I was saying a little earlier, you don't have to play everything, right? And like you don't have to look for plus money on everything. So if you want to mess around with Mansour Abdulmalik by finish, that's okay too. Not everything needs to be plus money. Not everything needs to be a Lambo.
I agree.
That's where we go through.
Yeah.
This one inside the distance was Bam's official play inside the distance because he obviously was a little concerned with this submission play for Abdul Malik, which we've seen before. Like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you get a really high level wrestler, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to take you down. And when you're down there, yes, jiu-jitsu matters. But at the same time, if somebody gets their arm around your fucking neck and they're this strong, does it really matter?
Yeah. I could see him literally doing the Tresean Gore guillotine off the ground. This dude's just like hanging in the fucking air, just fucking.
Why
we could
be
see it?
greedy?
We could see it twice in the same night, boys. It'd be fucking wild.
Yeah, numbers not much off. You're looking for the plus money, but like, why be so much greedy with it when you can just parlay the minus 150? Inside the distance, cover both sides. Obviously, the guillotine's right there. Obviously, stuff could say this, that, and the other, but it's best to play it safe at the end of the day. You would hate to miss out because, hey, he snatched up a guillotine, still won by finish.
And how many times have you been there?
Yeah, been there before for sure.
Yeah.
And the odds aren't that much different when parlaying.
Yeah.
So, I like the safer look too. I was looking at the submission too, like the guillotine's there. Obviously, Dustin might look for a takedown, just getting beat up on the feet, and then boom, it's available. so you don't know what's going to be offered in a fight. You always want to play it safe, manage the bankroll wisely, and I like the approach from Bam Bam here
Let's go.
in this one. And another good prop from DS too as well. I think the KO is the play, but then Bam Bam backs it up with, a more safer approach, and it's very well respected here now.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. So when it comes to, let's say you're having a shitty night, right? You're having a shitty night with the picks, the bets. It's not going for you. You're down a couple units. We hit the main card. It happens. It happens to the best of us, right?
Everyone.
How do you guys feel about chasing? Do you start chasing at that point, bigger plus money, or you just stay safe?
Usually, by the time the card starts, I don't make any more bets past that for the most part, personally.
Unless I'm up.
So for
Still
me,
not.
I keep a live balance reserve because I've had things happen during a fight where, the judges are sitting there like we're sitting there, the commentators. Oh, it could be 1-1. I look over and the bookies may have the fight fucking plus 500 for this other guy sometimes, and I'm just like, what? He's like Anil Magny. Anil Magny, I took at plus 1100 one time live. Plus 1100 in the second round as I knew he was building into the fight. Then it second round finished. He won the round. He somehow, the start of round 3, took like one punch or leg kick, and the prop went up to like plus 1300. So I took it again, and he ended up getting a third round finish. So it was like one of those, and I already had him prior as those finished props. It's just one of those things where I've learned that live betting is sometimes fun to do, but I put together like my own little budget for that, and I very much controlled, and the wages are, to many regards, are kind of just, nope, you don't touch those. I've had nights though where like crazy parlays hit, and maybe something that I really liked and believed in missed 3-4 leg. Typically I'll refire it at 2 and just put a little more talk on the remaining legs because I know and I believe, but otherwise no. I've had some nights finish in the first early part of the night. Last card I had with the Fight Fiend forecast was that it was really early in the card, and I just said I need this fight to happen this way. It happened. We were done after like 4 fights. Like, you know what I mean? My night was made. So it was just some weeks are different, but I typically have a spread unless I'm fucked, and that was one of those weeks where I was just had three baskets, most hit.
There we go.
For me, you never see me live bet a fight, live odds, but I will recraft parlays. If the first couple fights go my way, props went good, say one fight didn't, it kind of busted a parlay, I will look to recraft parlays, but I never, ever, ever live bet fights. So that's something from me personally. You'll never catch me doing is live betting fights ever, unless it's like the next fight. I'll recraft a parlay, something like that, lock in the bets ahead of time, never look at the live odds. And that's also something that really irritates me, is looking at these live odds during the fight. It's like, bro, let's just watch the fight. You made your pick, let's just watch it. When people are on here like, oh, look at the live odds, they're switching to here, they're switching. It's great. It's good to look at, but my bets are locked in. I'm ready to go. And I don't make a pick on a fight or bet my money on a fight unless people in my membership that pay me have at least 10 plus minutes to make that bet. If I make the bet, it'll be under the table, but like not looking to live bet anything. Never have done it personally. Never have posted it personally. I have posted bets recrafted like 10 minutes, 20 minutes in advance, but yeah, live betting, not for me. I like my stuff in advance, and that's basically it with F3. Like, I'm gonna recraft stuff if it don't hit. Live odds, don't even look at it. Not at all.
I'm a big fan of live odds, to be honest with you.
I've won good money in MMA. That's just my side of the fence on it, though.
Same.
There's situations like okay, Dante Johnson, right? We were talking about earlier. Like, a lot of people are worried about his cardio. Like, big fucking muscular dude might gas out. If he doesn't, let's say he beats the shit out of this guy in the first round. fucks up Eric McConaughey, can't get a finish, looks like he's gassing. Now Eric McConaughey's plus money is massive. I'll sprinkle on that. And there are certain fights when it's people like that specifically, like, you know, people I'm worried about their cardio. I'm looking for them to win that first round. And if I have them by first round finish, it doesn't happen. I'll live bet the other way if I feel like he's getting tired. And I've won some decent money doing it that way.
So that's just one thing to call out from my experience. And this is kind of where we're ending on that topic. It's the fight analysts that are following fights and knowing that a fighter is not fading, but maybe getting reads, getting feints, finding timings. And then they finally start hitting the gas pedal back. Sometimes the live odds, they're just, they count a fighter out of the fight early, disrespectfully. Maybe there wasn't enough movement on that fight, and this is like their way of saying it's a boost odd, you know, because you'll see a fight that was otherwise a pick'em, a plus 100, 200, either negative way, spring up to a plus 600-700 by the second round, and a fight that's otherwise one way or the other. And if you're ahead of the bookies on the reads, you can totally be the first person to lock in a bet, and then you'll soon see that number drastically change and follow. So again,
that's such a good feeling.
It's amazing. I've taken some, you know, some plus 900, 1000 long shots that I had full confidence in a 1-1 fight going into the third round, how things were playing out. Like, and in some ways I already had guaranteed of this, right?
Yeah.
So here I am on one side of the fence with guaranteed dough. And the only way I would lose that dough, I'm given like 1100 edge. Yeah, I'll sometimes just say, hey, I'm going to make slightly this less profit to guarantee X, right?
Yeah.
And I've done that. And at that point, I'm not gambling. I'm just clicking buttons on my fucking screen or on my phone.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunate for some viewers.
weird
that
strategy, but it
can't live bet either, right? So a lot of
Yeah.
viewers can't live bet. Bets have to be placed in ahead of time at a bookie. So kind of thinking out for everyone on the channel here. Like to lock stuff in ahead of time. If you want to live bet, if it's available, definitely go for it. But you don't want to be chipping away your profit either. I've been guilty of that for sure. Just
Of course.
chasing stuff, just chipping away my profit that I've already won. Like I said, early in the night, if I'm up, I'll look to rebet. Live bet stuff as well, like Toad talked about. If there's a live number, maybe I'll chase it. But ahead of time, I really like to lock stuff up early. I know a lot of people that follow the channel and other channels have to go to a bookie and stuff, so I try to respect that as well. You know, it's not easy just to chip away at a live bet if you don't have it available. So you got to think about everybody that's listening. Like to lock stuff up ahead of time. And on my prediction, I kind of told people just stay away on this fight. Dante Johnson and Eric McConaughey. Don't parlay Johnson. On one of the bets I made, Dante Johnson by KO in the cycle bet, I wasn't too high on it. Told people probably not my highest pick and not looking to parlay it. So, I mean, a lot of information was gave out on all channels this week on all the fights. We'll fuck around and find out for sure. Definitely not too high on Dante Johnson. Gave out a lot of information on that fight. I mean, I like the knockout. It's in a bet. Not in love with it. And I just got to play stuff ahead of time. If a live bet opportunity comes for McConaughey at huge plus money, obviously I'll look at it, but I'm not probably going to bet it just because I want stuff in ahead of time. At least I was upfront, honest with all the viewers and everyone. Like, I'm not high on Dante Johnson to get this KO. Manage your bankroll wisely, you know. That's the best I can do, but live betting, honestly, just not for me. Sometimes I'll do it the odd time, but it's like once in a blue moon, and you just don't see that often here.
Let's go. Shout out Blue Moon.
Shout out to Blue Moon.
Good beer.
Oh yeah, Blue Moon's great. Especially with like a fucking orange or whatever they put in that shit.
I
think this is
Tyler
going to be
like,
a comeback, a big comeback performance for him for sure.
Yeah, and this is another one.
Yeah, there's a couple of those on this card for sure. Comeback performance, kind of bounce back.
Yeah, this is a bounce back, and Bam's back with another one inside the distance. With this one on the main card, I like it.
Let's go.
Yep.
Now, do we talk about this one? First one?
Yeah. Yep.
Big
We
banger.
hit this, and we hit both the Mansour Abdul Maliks.
two big favorites to start the main card, boys. Which one do you guys think is most likely maybe to not show up, live up to the price? Like, that's definitely a question here that we've kind of thought about, talked about a bit. Like Mansour Abdul Malik, Esteban Ribovics, which one is least likely to show up to the price tag? Two big betting favorites.
I like both of them.
I do
it's
like
tough to
both
say.
too, but like it's tough to say which one doesn't live up to the hype.
I think the Esteban one's a slight sweat because he could just be fucking dynamite right off the rip in the first round. So that one's like a good prop. Like we predicted the outcome, just it happened earlier than what we happened to predict. And I sometimes do that if I find extreme values at around 2-3 prop when I know damn well it could have been a 1 and 2 combo to be extra safe, right? But I don't know. Sometimes we give these guys credit for being tough until they're not, and it all happens in one moment because they were tough all the way till then, right?
Yeah.
This is definitely one of those nights where Barbosa won't look tough at all. This could be totally one of those nights where, you know, Stolfoots gets fucking just looks like a Looney Tune character from the first Barrage. I mean, it could just totally be one of those nights. So who's to say?
Maybe they both look fucking phenomenal.
If you're getting plus value to happen without it being round specific, that's awesome. If you got two guys that you respect killing each other and you can get a good prop for the fight to end, it's somehow the fight by finish. Those are always my best nights, you know, my best legs, etc. So chase that dragon, man. They're out there on this card, and we're seeing some of these right here.
Icy, who's the dragon? Which favorites least likely to look like that price?
Out of the two or the whole card?
Just these two, Ribovics and Mansour.
So, I mean, it's tough. Barbosa's
40.
a veteran in the game, right? But he's getting older. The last fight was not a great look. But it's tough. I picked Ribovic as one of my pick of the week, so I think I'd have to say Malik. But, I mean, I think both of them win, and it's kind of tough. I think they're pretty close.
Very close, man. The odds indicate that. Bam Bam,
Yeah.
What's your perspective? Final call on these two big favorites, man.
I'm kind of with Icy, man. I guess if I had to pick, it would be Mansour Abdul-Malik not showing up, or Dustin Stoltzfus coming out there like Toad was saying, throwing some heavy shit. Hey, what if Edson turns back the hands of time and one kick can change everything? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
those kicks. That heel lands to your chin, you're going to fucking sleep. I don't care who you are. So it's tough, but they're minus 700 for a reason, right? Like we got to be fucking confident.
That could be all ogre for Esteban getting hit by a donkey kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're minus 700,
No.
minus 600 for a reason. They should both go out, look pretty dominant in these performances. Definitely a good question to ask. Like, which one do you think's least likely to look at that number? And live chat, let us know what fighter do you think is least likely to look that number. Both big betting favorites to start the night. Never gonna fly like Jim fucking Kite. We got Icy on Abdul Malik too.
Hey.
It looks like I'm on the same page as the 10-7 boys here. Where my first two props very similar. Malik, yeah, I think this is like you said. It's one of those fights where it's going to be a breakout fight for him. I think he's going to get back to the finish, and I as well bet Usuri in the last fight and by the method as well, and won that. But it's one of those ones where I like this matchup better for Malik. I think he's going to be obviously the younger guy, but I think he's bigger. I think he's going to be more physical, and I think it's going to be a great bounce back spot for him. Most of his wins come from knockout. I think 7 out of the 9 wins. He did have the one overturned decision, but that's not counted on the record, so it's all right. But Stolfus, I think he's been finished twice by TKO or KO. I mean, like we were saying earlier, I mean, you have these big favorites at plus money props like this, and for a guy his most likely method here is a KO, in my opinion. So I'm taking the plus money all day, and like we were talking about before, I'm going to be greedy with this one, and I wanted the plus money.
I wanted it. Bam wanted it.
I mean, we definitely covered it quite a bit. He, I think Mansour gets it done inside the distance for sure, but likelihood, I'd say, 3 or 4 out of 5 fights for sure via knockout at the very least, because he's got heavy hands and he comes forward. He's a fucking horse to deal with in there. So I think this is a big comeback fight for him, just like Johnson.
Yeah.
And speaking of comeback fights, I just saw the graphic here a moment ago.
Uh-oh.
We got another guy coming back trying to make a statement. And I know, let's just kill the elephant in the fucking room. When you leave the octagon, you put your heart outside it, as we've heard all week. It's just never going to be the same. And that's the biggest risk in this fight for me. It's not the level of competition, although his opponent isn't just a fucking pushover. This is more of a, is he really in it? And my whole thing with Jalen Turner is we all had a higher ceiling for him and higher expectations, just given his genetic fucking nature, his mixed tools in the bag, if you will, between his grappling and his striking upside. Hard to deal with. I always was jokingly like, yeah, let's see fucking Joel Alvarez and Jalen Turner at lightweight. I want to see 2 battle drafts, please. He's got a lot of potential, and I think this is his own comeback fight to take a guy who's never been professionally finished and just put him out of there. And it likely does come in the way of the striking department. But I think his grappling advantages here will play a factor too. I'm expecting some good clinch knees, really snappy, shots at range, a good jab. But at some point, we're finding knees. We're finding something with the kicks. Because man, when Turner is extending across the canvas, it's kind of a beautiful thing when he finally lets go. But we know his last couple times out now, it's been a little rough. So I believed in Moreno's return. I'll believe in, Turner's return also. I think that he comes back. This is a beatable opponent. Now his next fight from here, I don't know if it will be that easy given the division, because there isn't a lot of easy fights per se to make. And this one would be just good enough of a test to say that he should come back. If he loses this fight, I truly have no fucking idea. Maybe he's a fun gatekeeper at that point, etc. But his idea of pursuing the rankings and pushing, so. Hell yeah. The fuck is that?
That's Anthony Davis.
It's a Chicago boy. And shout out Anthony Davis.
Dude.
Jesus.
Shout out fucking sports ball, boys.
Let's go. Turner's to play. No trap here.
It respects
Odds
the
are getting
knockout.
close.
It respects the sub at plus money. I'll take it.
Fuck yeah, take it.
I took him as the pick of the week as well.
With?
We'll see.
Who are the collabs on the pick of the week?
It was you. I can't even hold up. I can't even remember.
You asked me if I had
And it was
Turner,
Ty,
and
I
I
think,
told
right?
you I did.
Ty Fights Club and me?
Right, I think it was you and Ty, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Todd. I wish if I knew you were on him, I should have messaged you.
Shoulda, you see.
'Cause I think I messaged a couple people.
You did.
and
You did.
a
I
few
replied to you.
Should be publicly
Damn,
shamed.
I just fucked up.
No, you're all good. You asked if all
Yeah.
my you go Turner. I go absolutely, because
No,
I
let's publicly shame him. Icy!
Damn, I can't believe I missed that.
Damn,
You're
That's
Icy.
good.
my bad.
no, you're good, bro.
Icy.
Boys are busy. You're doing fucking fight interviews and shit too. Everyone here.
No, Icy's cooking.
We've done fight interviews with fighters in the last week. It's
But
pretty.
usually I never, if I talk to someone, usually I never forget. So I feel bad about that. That's my bad.
Oh, you're good, bro. It's a busy week.
Icy, we're busting your hot balls. You were in bed.
No, I know 100%, but usually I like to think I'm a pretty organized person. So
You
that's
are.
my bad, 100%. So
You are. No, you're good, bro.
next time, brother.
Someone asked if you're gonna make that Dagestan mustache, though. I think you got to shave the mustache, shave everything but the beard. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll show you guys
I've
what it
thought
looks
about
like
it.
tomorrow. Actually,
might need
so.
to get that going for tomorrow. I think Tyler Betts asked that. Someone.
Hey,
If
the
I was,
next
if
Abu
I was
Dhabi
on the
card.
Gary side, I would do it. If I was like heavily investing in Ian Gary and he lost, if I would take that bet. You know what I mean? shave the mustache. Fuck it, it'll grow back.
Me too. Shit.
I'm gonna
Take
shave
that
tomorrow.
bet. Fuck, I'm about to do it right after the stream, boys.
Toad's just doing it for the love of the game.
Fuck yeah.
He doesn't even give a fuck. Toad's like, we're going out there. Toad, I'm just gonna let you know you're gonna go into work looking like an asshole if you do.
It's gonna be great. No, see, in Michigan, there's enough Amish rolling around that I blend in just enough. It's just that I work in IT, so you're right. That kind of looks a little different, but
You work.
I actually have such a deep shadow that it'll be fine.
You don't
Hey,
work
so-
tomorrow, do you?
Yeah, I got vacation. I've been off for like the last week. It's been nice.
Bam, you work
Yeah,
tomorrow.
me
just
too.
a
What is that?
wedding. Just a wedding tomorrow. No work, eh?
No, hell no. I work on my own schedule, so that's kind of cool. But like, I gotta fucking work to make money. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a catch-22 sort of thing. But yeah, like we got the wedding. That's gonna be fun as fuck. I'm gonna have these phones up on the iPad the entire time. I don't care. So you know, it is what it is. Real quick about this fight. So, in terms of my pick, I'm with you guys, right? You guys are all on Jalen Turner. I'm picking Jalen Turner as well. What I am picking, Toad, aligns with your prop. I'm going Jalen Turner round 2 KO. But to me, this is like one of the fishiest fucking fights on the card, to be honest with you, man. Like, I don't know what to make of it for the shit you were saying. This guy's been out of the octagon. Once you're out of there, like, is your heart still in the game? Fighting is not a thing you can do just like recreationally. You got to be fucking invested in. Cowie Fernandez, really good leg kicks, man. Jalen Turner's got pencil legs, dude. Like, literally fucking twigs, like just 2 long ass twigs. So that could be a problem. I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
I'm picking him. But I feel kind of like fishy about it. Like, this is not one I want to touch in terms of betting, to be honest with you.
Especially with the odds moving towards Coyote Fernandez as
I mean,
well.
it's a pick 'em now on the money line. You know,
I like the stance with the Orthodox and the Southpaw. So
Toad, I love it, dude. I'm with
Yeah.
you. Like my mind is there. That's the pick. It's just like I'm scared to bet it. I'm fucking scared to bet it.
yeah, no, I can respect it. Like I said in the opener, there are some question marks here, but I'm a believer in the comeback just because I had a better ceiling for this guy once upon a time. And I think some of his losses, even though he fumbled the bag, like again, UFC 300, those have kind of aged pretty nicely to have been able to like drop fucking Moicano in the first round and look pretty good there and have all the success that he was having. I think he just lost a lot of morality, and this time away was something that he needed to come back. Maybe he was playing the triple C pill, trying to renegotiate something. Who knows? But I'm happy he's back because I didn't think he was done. It was so weird. Like, what? I'm watching my fucking fight alert like Twitter thing is telling me like, what? Jalen Turner's out of the UFC. I couldn't fucking make anything of it. Like,
Let's go. Hey, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jalen Turner.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Betts said, bro, the White Town Woman and Technology song is fire. That was from my full card prediction show in the intro, and it's called White Town Your Woman. And yeah, that's a sick song. And he said, definitely use it again, bro. That was a good intro song. Shout out to Misfit Minds. Watch them before I go to bed. So I heard that song during one of their videos. I was like, I'll add that to mine. So Your Woman by White Town, unreal song. It was part of the intro this week. I'm glad you liked it, Tyler, and it's weird you brought it up during this show for sure.
I'm gonna need you to
Shit's about
send me
get
that
weird.
that little video, the intro that you made for me. I'm gonna need that.
Oh, I can send it to you, bud.
Send that over. I'm interested to see what DS's was too. So next time, you know, when we actually get them on here,
I can make them up a separate one. That one was for both, yes, but I can make up like 2,
okay,
3, 4. I can make up more, man.
I want Paramore into you. That's my shit. You know? That's the kind of vibes I want.
Bro, we can
Let's fucking
do it. Thank you,
I'm
Bam
still
Bam.
jealous of La Chona, man. Fuck, that was fire. Toads was sick.
dude, that was actually fucking sick. I love it.
Since you bring it up,
Icy's
let's
was
watch.
like a little out there. It was a little abstract. The cartoon and like I like the freeze portion of it.
Yeah,
The first part's a little weird. Maybe we'll have to look at redoing
You know?
that part.
but I like how
Wasn't
that
even bad,
closes though against the mountain range of ice with the music dropping shit when it's vibing out there. I love that part of it. But yeah, the penguin snowball fight, Joseph, you might have to just
You don't like
Yeah,
that?
Keep
We
some
might have to
GSP.
cut that. We might have to redo it. We
Fuck.
might have to
I'm
That
thinking
was
like
change
special.
the Carlos
White
Condit
Walkers,
one
you know?
too.
Add some
That
more
was fucking
GSP to
special.
the lad, and yeah.
That took
Hey,
me
I'm
so
thinking
long
some
to
icy,
find the
where's the
fucking
Chuck
icy
Liddell?
and the snowballs and
Where's the
shit.
Chuck Liddell? You ain't got the ice, man? Come on now.
I know. We
Hey,
need
I'm
GSP
thinking-
and Chuck Liddell.
Game of Thrones, bro. The White Walkers.
Rory
you know what I
McDonald.
mean?
Yeah.
Well,
That works perfect. You guys are from the north, the White Walkers. Game of Thrones.
All the things I told
Right.
Joseph about what I could imagine in the intro, he used. I was like, like before the fight even happened, I was like, dude, could you imagine the fucking Justin Gaethje backflip off the White House? The moment that moment happened, it was just like, dude, you have to use this.
you
Hell yeah.
motherfucker.
Please welcome MMA Toad.
Oh, so you think that's gay? Really? Have you seen my high school graduating class? Jesus Christ, man.
Freeze goes hard. Tyler
Just a
Betts is
little
right. Freeze
fucking
goes hard.
lesbian. He, she, they, them. Here is the 10-7 intro.
Okay. Beat 10-7 MMA. Go there, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mother.
Good shit.
So I've always wondered, what is that at the start of my intro? I don't even who is that?
Not a little frog dick, I'll tell you that. No frog dick in that one.
You missed it. You missed it. Bam Bam. I used to have little turbo frogger, just little.
I've
Crazy
seen it.
frog.
I've seen
Yeah, I
it.
just stopped one time. I'm like, yo, dude, wait a minute here.
He said, 1 second, I don't like that little cock I see. Clearly has a belly button. It's a cock
To
hanging
scale,
around.
think about how small a frog is. If you could see it, the scale, it's not that bad.
Thanks. That made me feel better actually about the whole situation. Really, I just like a self confidence thing here, and I was just sitting there. God, man, can't ever escape it. You know.
So
Oh shit, boys.
that was ruining your self-esteem, that intro.
Call me the fucking tuna can.
Let's go.
Jesus fucking Christ, I see. Please continue the show.
Get back to the props.
Yeah, let's get back to it, eh?
Oh man, now I gotta switch back into serious
My
mode.
fucking
Oh
God.
boy. All right. Yeah, man. For one, I'm very excited for this fight to happen. It's gonna be a fun one. There's lots of people who have very strong opinions on this. They're either strongly on the side of Islam, strongly on the side of Gary, thinking Islam will finish him, show levels. Other guys saying Gary's gonna pull off the upset. But what are you what are you still going on about?
Look at that fucking flamingo.
Oh man.
What can I say? I can crack a joke, boys.
All right, let's get back. So yeah,
Serious business here.
I think this fight extends here. I think it's gonna go a little later. I bet the over 2.5, and then looking at the props here, found one that was a little closer to even plus money here. So minus 125 on Betway with the fight goes the distance. I think it's a very technical fight, and there's been some exceptions, but most of Islam's technical fights tend to extend a little bit at times. So, and I think Gary uses his footwork really well. I think he's really hard to finish. I think we saw that in Shavkat and the Protez fight. I think it was very impressive to go to decision with both of those guys. And yeah, I just expect this to extend a little bit. Like I said, I trust more in the over 2.5 as like a parlay piece. But the fight to goes distance at this price, I couldn't say no. And I'm very excited, and I think either guy could win a decision, but I'm leaning Islam, and I hope he kind of gets it done for the history and the record books here.
I'm excited. You said hard, and that's what she said. 10-7, tell us more.
Yeah, man. This
Same
is
page.
Look, this
Fuck
is
yeah.
a DS prop,
Hard
right?
as fuck.
And I don't necessarily know that I believe in this that much, but kind of like what Icy was saying, right? A lot of people feel very strongly about this fight. And for me, I like what Dirty Reg is saying in the chat right there, saying the pound for pound best fighter in the game isn't losing tomorrow, right? And I looked on YouTube. I made a video about this the other day. So if you guys haven't checked that out, please do. I was kind of surprised at how many people are picking Ian Machado Garry, right? They're picking him for all the right reasons, the length and the takedown defense and the fact that he's a smart fighter and he's defensively responsible, all that shit. We're forgetting who the fuck Islam Makhachev is. Islam Makhachev is the pound for pound number one fighter on the planet. He is hear that? He is he's like on the Mount Rushmore. He's almost the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like he's getting close to it. He's about to surpass Anderson Silva if he wins this fight. Me personally, I really don't want to die on the hill of Islam Makhachev tomorrow, but I find myself more and more compelled to do that. I guess Diaz is going with decision, man. For me, I don't know how this fight plays out. I'm just confident in Islam, but he thinks that Ian Garry is not getting subbed. I know he told me that, and I guess he doesn't see a knockout threat because of how defensively responsible he is, but he's very confident in the best fighter on the planet winning this fight tomorrow.
The best fighter on the planet. One of the best YouTube channels in the game collabing with F3. The 10-7 MMA, the MMA Toad, the Icy MMA. One of the best of all time, boys.
Let's go.
Love to see you guys agree on this one.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Like I said, me and the 10-7 boys are on the same page with a lot of these this week, and I like it.
I like it, boys. We got to do this more often. Let's
Hey, is that
go.
all the props?
Do you yeah,
I was
sure.
gonna say, I was like,
We got a
We
disagreement.
still got one or two more. Oh,
Hey, bark up, Mr. Frog. Bark up.
Yeah. So I follow a lot of the fight interviews with Islam
go.
Makhachev. I always thought that he both as a martial artist and as a person has always impressed me. Very, very good English, right? Doesn't need to rely on the translator. Is able to be pretty witty, sharp, have a personality, persona, and the presence. And this whole father's plan thing has just been so crazy the way it's unraveled. And I, much like the ceremonial weigh-in show earlier, was very much talking about Mount Rushmore, and that for me, Islam's pretty much already on it for me. If I had to eliminate one person, I'm going to say it just proudly. I'm getting rid of the fucking PED cheat. Who ducked? Who took 0 short notice fights? Who fucking took guys at the end of their career that was much older than him, smaller than him. Sorry to say it. I would eliminate that person versus the guy who, for the most part showed up.
I agree. I was actually talking to Joseph about that, and I agree with you, Toad.
So there you go. So anyways, Islam Makhachev, he's been talking about wanting to finish this week. He's very much determined, both just as not just winning the fight, but how he wins the fight. He's very hungry to show dominance in this division, to hold down his title. And he said it also this week. I'm not a numbers guy. I don't track these kind of things, but he had like this very sincere laugh, kind of looking to the sides as they were telling him he was tied with Anderson Silva for this fight record. and he's just like, oh, heck, it's pretty cool, I guess. Like his reaction to it was cool because he's so locked in and doesn't think about the little shits like that things have just kind of happened naturally. And had it not been for like one fluke fucking knockout early that he took some time to develop his Muay Thai and these other skills, he could have already surpassed this record. You know what I mean? He could have already done it. So I think this is his time. The big thing to knock on Ian Garry and how this fight's a little bit of a sweat over 25 minutes is he's kind of become a jiu-jitsu fucking nerd. He's kind of the Mackenzie Dern of dudes who all of a sudden wants to pretend he's fucking Brazilian, even though he comes from Ireland. He wants to pretend that he's a grappler, even though he's a striker. And I think Islam Makhachev will punish him for wanting to engage in the grappling opportunities instead of trying to stand and peel away. I could see Ian Garry trying to pull guard and do all these things that Charles Oliveira tried showing him, but at the end of the day, he's not fucking DuBronx. He's not known for his grappling in the submission game the craziest amounts. I mean, we can certainly put a feather in his cap and saying, yeah, that was a good look against an injured Shavkat, but otherwise at the level of competition, these grappling sequences aren't even that impressive. So to say that he's going to survive those deep waters of Islam Makhachev is kind of a sweat. So I found plus 170. Doesn't matter if he's slicing down with elbows and turns this into some ground and pound, but more than likely it comes via submission. So I'm going to take him inside the distance, but yeah, I could respect it. Also being that, he is going up in weight. He's not as assertive and dominant. Gary's pretty tough, survived some crazy wars, very tough competition. And those areas in his grappling have only improved since. So it's enough to survive the deep waters. If someone like Volkanovski can go to the decision, then why not Ian Garry? But I see this being a very show-out performance for Islam. I'm more worried about a fight for him like Michael Morales or something like that. That's a fight that I'm more worried about, but not this one.
At least he said this in the live chat.
Yeah, Islam predicted. I can't remember what video, if it was embedded or one of the interviews I was watching, but he said he was he wanted to get it done in the first 3 there, so that's what he wanted. And an interesting note, because I see a lot of people on the submission, I think it's around 2-1, but the KO is a very interesting number, and I would not sleep on that because it's almost 10-1, and Garry got dropped by Song Count On, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you never know. And Islam, I mean, yeah, you can't rule it out.
He got hurt by prelim dudes you don't even know of anymore. Like Garry has shown to be hurt for sure. I think Joseph pointed it out earlier. Is that plus 1,100 to 1 odds?
Yeah,
on FanDuel. So
ceremonial weigh-in show.
I definitely put something.
I might have to sprinkle. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you hear that show? Yeah, that was a live prop.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? So again, I am picking Islam Makhachev, and Toad, I agree more with you than I do with DS, believe it or not. I'm picking Islam by finish. I have him round 4. I just think Ian Garry eventually kind of breaks down. But what's interesting, you guys mentioned the knockout prop for Islam Makhachev. Go look at the submission prop for Ian Garry. I know he's not. I know we're living in fucking bizarro world, right? But
4,000.
I'm saying Ian Garry. There's a couple of things. He is a jiu-jitsu guy, Toad. I know that you don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. He came from a jiu-jitsu background. And then secondly, everyone's been talking shit about Ian Garry. He's nuts. He's a cuck. He's a fucking pussy. He's out of his mind. All this shit. He's delusional enough to try to choke Islam out. He almost had Shavkat. What if he gets Islam Makhachev that way? That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in MMA, man. It's a wild game. And that number, I'm seeing plus 4,500. Plus 4,000. That's an insane 4,000 on number.
365. Yeah. That is crazy.
That's an insane number.
You're getting 40 times your fucking money?
Dude, FanDuel and DraftKings have plus 4,500 on a Garry sub. That is...
I feel like, honestly, wow. I don't want to go against it, but never in a million years.
I know, but that's a huge number.
I don't care.
Hey, this whole video we've been talking
Khabib's
about
camp,
stay safe. hey, let's stay safe. Let's not be selfish. There's the time to be selfish. 45 to fucking 1.
It could be
That's
close, but I feel like he'll
insane.
slip out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
probably. I'm
Islam
not
will
saying
get
it's
it.
gonna
Yeah.
happen,
I
but
know.
But there's a reason it's
That's
45 to
crazy.
1, right?
He will be crazy enough to go for it for sure, and it might
If you're-
look close for a minute.
if you're up on the night, just throw $10 on it. Don't fucking miss out
Dude.
on the
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
Just
You
a
know?
dollar. Just a
Yeah,
couple
right.
dollars.
Something.
Just for fun.
That's a
Just for
$1
fun.
insurance
What
policy.
if that hits? That would be insane.
Is that
You'd
the only
be
way Ian
going
wins,
crazy.
though? Maybe.
I think Ian could clip him.
Maybe.
Like
I
a
made
club
whole-
and sub, like a knee up the middle, like a kick
Dude,
to the body or
Code,
something.
I don't
it's
know.
fucking crazy, right? Because again, I made a video yesterday, which is like defending Islam Makhachev. Like,
I
you
know.
guys are out of your fucking mind for but it's like I said it at the end of the video, and you guys know how the MMA community is. Everyone's a fucking dumbass in the MMA community. They don't listen. Nobody has like good listening skills. There's like little caveats in everything, right? I can't be 1,000,000% sure that anyone's gonna fucking win. When it comes
There's
to
no
Ian,
lock.
he's dangerous. He's long-bodied. We've seen Islam damage. Dustin Poirier cut him the fuck up bad. What if the
Yeah.
damage starts to show again? Ian catches him with a long straight, open something up. Islam shoots. Ian throws a knee. Like, shit can happen. It can even
He has
be
good fight
if you want
IQ.
to call it that. But it's there. He's a big dude, bro, compared to Islam.
For sure.
Just saying.
He is.
So I ain't
And that's
dying
what
on
that's my worry too. Like he's still building into welterweight, just like Ilya Taporia was trying to build into lightweight. There's a lot of hurdles that, in a way, Gary's been able to prove more than Islam still, right? So
Someone in
yeah,
the chat
100%.
code, someone in the chat asked like a while back. They asked of all the big upsets that have happened so far, which was Hamzat and Strickland, Gaethje and Taporia, and I know Toad. I know you picked Gaethje. And this one, he goes, I would have been most confident at the beginning of the summer going with Ian Gary. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
Right? You know what I
no,
mean?
I
know
still
those-
was most confident in Gaethje just
Of
because
course.
Ilya hadn't proved shit at lightweight. Being a gas pedal on a this stage do Bronx doesn't mean anything. We already
Has
know he can't
Islam-
be a male.
But Islam held down JDM, who fucking brother, Australia have no wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Islam looks in better shape, and he's filled out a little bit more, from my opinion, than he did last fight as well. So
Agreed.
he's doing
I
it correctly here.
I agree.
I think they knew that last fight was a big test, and they had a lot of time to improve sets in the ways that Islam just didn't look good in that fight. Also, they're tough critics of their own. Like that's why they're so elite. I think we'll see always this early at his welterweight climb. He'll continue to build and find himself more naturally. But man, he's got to love not that weight cut anymore because those guys fucking die over it.
Yeah.
The only way you do it is you got to sweat so much. You got to get like 15 guys around you in the middle of a hot tub, and it's just a fucking tough cut. You know what I mean?
And sometimes you could do that without cutting weight. You know what I mean? Just chill with the boys in the hot tub. Like,
and
what's so bad about that?
That's the thing, you know, back in Dakistan. So
There we go.
2-3 years, you might like it.
I mean, Marab's been doing the hot tub. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, I don't see an issue with it.
He's a ladies' man for sure, though. That's all I remember about him at 300 is just chasing ladies running out. He loves his. He loves his. Yeah.
I did see that comment in the live chat. I'll have to pull it up in a minute. They thought Gary would be most live.
Yeah,
in
of those
recent
three.
upsets.
Of those three, yeah. He's like, it was Ian Gary for me. And I don't know. I think for me, it would have probably been Ian Gary too. Like, hindsight is 2020, but I think if I try to put myself in that mindset, I think it would be Ian Gary. If you told me one of them's winning, I'd pick Ian Gary. I
But
don't
now,
think Strickland
after
or
the
Ian.
fact, it's
But-
like...
Isn't that crazy
Yeah.
to say, though, given the fact that we can all agree that of all those fighters, Islam's like the most proven?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts. It's nuts.
It's just that he's going up in a weight class. So why wasn't that same respect there for Ilya, I guess, right?
We've talked about this off, like, I think we talked about it on air, but we've also talked about it off air, Toad. I don't want to get into it. I really think that Ilya beats Gaethje 9 out of 10 times. I think it was the 1 out of 10 that happened there. And I know that bothers you, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to, like, fucking piss you off. But
No, it's good.
I really
Everyone's
think that
entitled
was-
to their own opinion.
Yeah, I
100%.
think that was.
That's
I think
fair.
it was a bit fluky. I think what Strickland did was less of a fluke because We
I
knew
agree.
the chink in Hamzat's armor, so to say, right? We knew his cardio was a little sus. We knew like he's way better early than he is late. It's like, how do you
On the
find a
fluffy
hole
fight,
in Islam
too.
Makhachev's game? Yeah, exactly. How do you
But the
find a
thing,
hole in Islam Makhachev?
well, my only take on the whole thing with Ilya is like Ilya had a moment in the fight where he connected really hard to the body of Gaethje
Oh,
and
I
so
thought it
forth.
was
But
over.
Gaethje's been in some insane car crashes, and like he's had way tougher wars where he showed way more blood, way more damage. Other than the fact that we're all mesmerized by the fact that this little Spaniard is a knockout artist of legendary degree, why in that one fight are we sitting here being like, "Oh man, Gaethje got lucky"? I'm saying that
I
aliens.
love Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, Ilya is just
Me
less
too.
proven of a nail, and we finally found a guy who could take his shit because that same sequence would have folded every other flyweight
Yeah.
or featherweight, sorry,
But-
and he would still be the reigning champ at 145. But he dared to be a champ. He did it, and then when it came time to defending that shit, they picked one of the best dogs out of the yard to prove that.
I
Man.
guess my thing about it, Toad, the way I was looking at it, and again, I'm sorry that we're just like staying on this. It's kind
Oh,
of
you're good. It's a fun topic though.
My thing about it was more along the lines of I love Justin Gaethje, huge fan. How can you not be? Over the course of the last like 2 or 3 fights, I didn't see the best version of Justin Gaethje. I personally think the Paddy Pimblett fight, which Justin Gaethje clearly won, I thought that was the worst Justin Gaethje I'd ever seen. So I just anticipated that. You were saying he's been in all these dog fights. How do you weigh damage versus, damage and age versus dog? Like at some point it fucking goes. I don't know that I believe in cracking, but damage does accumulate. So I saw him look bad against Paddy, who I don't necessarily hold in that high of a regard. And I was like, Ilya's fucking starching him. Again, hindsight 2020, but it was just, that was my read on it, And sometimes you're wrong.
Yep.
For me, if this was just another card and they're in Vegas and it was the same old, like I don't know if the stars would have aligned to see the exact Gaethje that we saw at the White House come out.
Oh, they did. They did, boy.
From fucking watching all his videos, the Gaethje, behind the scenes madness with Trevor and team, and he literally made it obvious that this is his last go. And when he hit the gas pedal with everything left in his tank, the old fucking coal miner came out.
The intro.
Collar badass. I'm going to come forward at all costs came out. And so I think that, if you run it 3 out of 5 times, it really is pick 'em who comes out over the top. It could be Gaethje, it could be Ilya, but I'm going to say that Ilya has way more to prove what it takes to car crash than Gaethje. Gaethje's a proven car crasher. Ilya had his first go at that shit at a true level of getting something in return consistently, and it fucking quit him on the stool. Absolutely,
You're right.
Shit, like it's.
You're right. There's, you were right. Like, there's no like fucking argument against it. You're right. He won. He clearly won. He fucked him up.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, shit happens, bro. Like,
Such a good fight.
It was
Almost fight of the year.
But
Damn
what's
near.
crazy
Like,
in that
man.
fight, honestly, boys, what's crazy in that fight was how the numerology gematria lined up for Gaethje to win that fight, not only to win it, but by knockout specifically. And then we talk about Hamzat and Sean, Justin and Ilya, Islam and Ian. Looking at the gematria codes, Gaethje was far more favored to pull the upset than any of these fuckers you named. So that's just being honest. That's just what we've seen and Toad's seen. The code on Gaethje to pull off that upset, maybe 1 out of 10 times. But with the code, it might have been 9 out of 10 times Gaethje pulled that upset off. In United States of America, final fight of the night at the White House, looking at what was on the wall before you walked in. It's like, Toad makes some good arguments. The uppercuts, the body shots, the fucking adversity. Going to round 3 with Habib Nurmagomedov, putting up a fight. This guy was at 155 for the longest time, deserving of a shot. And then we talk about, it's not always who's deserving. But then when there's a time and a place, it's sometimes who's deserving of that opportunity and chance and championship. And guess what? Gaethje might retire with that belt, with the championship. And I wouldn't blame him. Retire here and now. That was the time and place to do it. Don't fight again. But he might take that risk to fight again, and I don't want him to do it. I feel like that's where he should end it. Perfect time and place. 9 out of 10 times, maybe Gaethje would have won in that spot with the code his way, with the numerology gematria his way, in the Pacific place, time, location of that location event. Like, you just talk about it. You look at the numbers, and it's like 9 out of 10 times Gaethje's winning that fight. That's why I bet so heavily on it and won so good on it and trusted Toad, one of the only guys picking him in that fight. I know it sounds crazy. I know it's crazy, but crazy shit happens all the time, boys and girls. And that's why 90% of bettors are not profitable betting on sports. That's the truth of the game. That's why we look really in depth on sports, fights, etc., with numerology, etc. And Gaethje was the play 9 out of 10 times. I'm telling you, I'm screaming it to you. Looking at the code that we had on Gaethje over Ilya in that fight, in that night, time and location, he was going to win 9 out of 10 times. He pulled it off. We betted heavy. We won. Thanks to Toad for joining the live stream, the watch party. But I'm telling you, boys, shit happens in the octagon. In this one, with so many upsets this year, Islam should win the fight. Should be inside the distance. If it's a decision, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
We should keep the belt with so many upsets we've seen this year. And I'm telling you, gematria, numerology fucking works. You might want to go against it. You might want to disagree. But put your money where your mouth is at the end of the day and manage that bankroll wisely, because F3 is coming for it and coming for it all.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Let's get
I'm
it.
telling you, boys.
Let's go Canada.
Also, hey, White House
Let's hear
upset,
it.
Sphere upset. Just saying, if they ever go to a weird fucking place, main event upset.
Yeah, Dana was talking about it, actually. Dana said they're lining something up. So
Let's go.
it's going to be very interesting.
They definitely should do the Spain card, and I'm hoping the outdoor White House brings up like some huge
Does
stadium.
Gaethje fight again, though?
Huge stadium in the UK,
Boys.
like just one of those wildly fucking packed like FIFA stadiums with 1 million people. I could see Patty and all the UK boys showing up and just filling that shit up.
Bam Bam, does he fight again, Ilya? I know.
No.
Gaethje
Ilya
says-
doesn't deserve shit at the lightweight division,
But
man.
Gaethje, he should retire, right, Toad?
No, I think it's in his nature. He's going to go out on it.
It would be the perfect send-off.
It would be the
though,
perfect-
to end
it
his
would be
career
tough.
like that.
It would be
Like,
perfect.
you could not end a career any better than that.
But
Mhm.
And if he comes back,
He's
it's
gonna-
going to be great because I love watching him fight. But
I bet you he's going to call out like his own fight. Like it's going to be
Maybe.
like a Max, Charles, even a Dan Hooker. Like he's going to go
the
out.
Max rematch would be fun.
And it's going to be his like, okay, I'll retire
Yeah.
on this one no matter what.
I think
Maybe.
it's Charles. I think they'll do Justin and Charles again. One time for the one time,
Alright.
get that run back. I was at UFC 274. The best fucking one-round fight I've ever seen in my life live. That's sick.
Oh, it was sick, yeah.
I love both of those dudes. I'm down as fuck for that rematch.
Boys, I love the inputs.
Both of them
This
good.
division at 155, 170 is interesting. Glad to share it with you, boys. This main event is going to be fucking fireworks. Can't wait to see who gets the gold. Now, we talk about the co-main event, one fight that we just didn't talk about tonight. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep it going. First Prop Fiends show, I said, Robertson by a decision. I'm going to rock with it again. My Canadian problem is I look at the odds now, it's plus 290. She's favored more to win this one by a decision. I think she has the grit and relentlessness to go out here and push a pace, land more volume, actually stop these takedowns. We look at Marina Rodriguez, Amanda Lemos, multiple other fights where fucking Mackenzie Dern is unable to get these takedowns, unable to push a pace. And you know what? Robertson with Dean Thomas in her corner might be ready to go. And the odds should be closer than they were at open. And we start to see them close even closer and closer and closer, which should make Mackenzie Dern better sweat. So Robertson from Canada will be rising to the occasion, ready to go. The finish could be live. She's trying to chase records, but realistically, a competitive women's fight that goes 25 minutes, and you're seeing the line movement on the decision from 410 to 390 to potentially 350. So let's beware of that and what the bookies do this week. But I'm telling you right now, non-biasing. Fucking Jesus Christ. Non-biasing aside, Robertson's the play. Stylistically, she brings the fucking pace to the fight and pressure to the fight, causing damage and blood in the octagon, boys. No one's talked about it yet. Let's talk about it now. Icy? Non-biasy.
Full bias for me. It's all the bias coming to this one. I pride myself on putting bias aside, especially with bets, and I might be kind of staying away from bets for this one, but picks and rooting for, I'm all in. We need another champ. It's been too long for us. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I hope she can pull it off. It would be a great way to end the co-main event and head into that historical main event. It would be a historic night.
She can pull it off. Dern can pull me off. Let's go.
I guess I'll add this. I don't ever mean to like intentionally fade or like disagree or whatever. The only caution I throw to the wind here is there's been a lot of, back and forth remarks and comments made on each other's grappling and submissions. And, Jillian's like, she's acting like she doesn't know who I am when I hold the record of what she wants. Like, it's a joke. And
yeah.
She's been very matter of fact. You see the face off earlier at the ceremonial. Bam Bam, you'll see she's just very cold, straight, loaded. She's got a death glare that you can see despite her hair is blocking her eyes. You could just see that she wants to do bad things to Dern. And so I do worry about the fact that there will be a lot of grappling in this fight and just a lot of go because Dern's so fucking tough. And that's where the decision at 3-1 is still very much live. 3-1's crazy given the fact that Dern's so fucking tough. It's a good outcome, but I was noticing her round specific submission props started at 3,000 and moved their way down to 6,000 prop. So we're talking, 30-1 payouts and 60-1 payouts spread rounds 1 through, 5. So I actually did orchestrate a nice little submission spider web with Robertson this week at that prop. So I have a unit divided between all submission outcomes, rounds 1 up to 5.
Some big numbers on that. I mean, the KO, the sub, the finish I was looking at was plus 700.
Yeah.
And just plus 300 on the decision. Dern's tough, and it's a tough matchup, but if you like Jillian, there's some money to be made here.
But for whatever reason...
Let's go Canada.
Yeah, let's go Canada. For whatever reason, I see they were giving Dern, her submission prop was in general to happen plus 200, and her round props opened at 900 and ended at 16. Jillian doesn't even open until 3,000. So I think the bookies and the world might be fading the grappling upside because I think Dern doesn't have good of grappling, the wrestling compartment. She'll just stay alive a lot on the ground with her jiu-jitsu. But these are still going to win moments for Jillian. So the decision furthermore goes live. So it's a good sweat either way for the hedge or just this too.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people bring up the level of competition for Jillian Robertson, which you can say that, right? It's obviously it is what it is. Her last few opponents have been some tough places in their careers recently, and some older people in the division, some people that got cut, some people that retired, but Jillian, like you said, she holds that record for the most submissions, and she is a savage, like her name entails. She's gonna go for it, and she likes throwing off her back. She likes throwing on the ground. She's gonna. I think she said one of the things too. She's one of those girls who doesn't really do jujitsu. It's more of I can't remember the word she used, but she just goes for it. She uses her strikes. She'll use her submissions. She's just nasty on the ground.
For sure.
Really hope she can pull it off.
as far as I'm concerned, I don't think south of the Canadian border you'll find a bigger fan of Jillian Robertson than me. This lady has made me so much goddamn money throughout
Let's
the
go.
years. No woman in MMA has made me as much money as Jillian Robertson. But there's a big butt, Mackenzie Dern style butt, right?
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
I don't see it, dude. I really,
Why can't I have funnel cake and flaming hot Cheetos this weekend?
You can Toad, bro. Ain't nobody stopping you, know?
Please explain why I can't have both.
So here's my take on it, right? And we talked to Jessica Pett. We did a State of the Divisions episode, which is a series we do going into title fights where we break down the title fight and what the whole division is going to look like in the near future or whatever. So we had Jessica Penne on. We try to bring a fighter from that division or historically from that division or whatever the case is. And we had her take on it, and her take was exactly what my take is. So that made me like even more confident in it. She says, as far as the jiu-jitsu is concerned, it's not even close. Like, that's how good Mackenzie Dern is with jiu-jitsu. She is world-renowned, like multiple-time world champion, high level. Her dad is a legend in jiu-jitsu. She's a legend in women's jiu-jitsu. And Jillian Robertson is nasty, but there's a difference between nasty and, like, literally fucking world class, right? Then on the feet, again, I really don't think it's that close. Not that Mackenzie Dern is a good striker, but she's getting better. She's powerful. She's so much goddamn bigger than Jillian Robertson. We saw Mackenzie Dern win a title fight, which I think she lost, by the way, against Berna Janjanova. She won that fight off the bottom, creating damage because she's so, like, reckless and she's willing to fucking go for it and throw it all out there. Jillian Robertson is a true strawweight. Mackenzie Dern is a weight bully at 115. Mackenzie Dern is never going to fucking give up on herself. She gives me, like, Juliana Pena vibes. Like, she's really just going to be sloppy and fucking go for it. Also, another thing I've been noticing, and I don't know when the fuck this happened, I noticed it like during Jillian Robertson's last fight. She has a limp, Jillian Robertson. Is that a new thing? Have you guys noticed that?
No, I have not.
Dude, she has been like, go watch her today on the weigh-ins and you'll see a perfect, like the actual weigh-ins. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She has like a hitch in her step, and it's been that way at least for the last like 6 or 7 months. So I don't know when the fuck it happened. I wonder if there's like a bad injury that we don't know about with Jillian Robertson. And again, I'll be fucking rooting for her when PIMP by 50 Cent hits. That goes fucking crazy. I'm going to definitely be rooting for her, man. I just think Mackenzie Dern, while I don't think super highly of her, she is really fucking good. Really, really fucking good at the thing that Jillian wants to do. So I think Mackenzie Dern finishes this fight. I can see a TKO. I can see a sub. Sorry, I'm rooting for her though.
Like I said, I'm full bias on this one.
No, that's
I agree with a lot of things you said. Unfortunately, I think Dern's a really tough matchup, but I'm just
you got to root for yours.
Like I said, I'm probably not going to be betting Jillian. I'm going to stay away from that, and for reasons like you said. But I'm picking her on my picks just for the hell of it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like I said, bias. 100%.
She's a beast. Jillian's a beast, man. It's just like fuck Mackenzie Dern's gonna.
Yeah, it's just the matchup, man.
I think that's the carrot on the stick here, though, that both girls want. I think they would both love the submission outcome because it's a bigger statement given the conversations this week. So if you're giving me 30-1 odds, that's where there's some fun sprinkle value, but please do not like hammer that at all. That's like $1 or $2 would be a fun like $60, $80 hit. You know what I mean? Like not a big deal.
By the way, I Googled it, Toad. I'm sorry to cut you. I Googled Jillian Robertson limp. Jillian Robertson revealed that her notable walkout limp stems from long-standing worsening hip arthritis rather than an acute fight injury. She confirmed the chronic issue after her March 2026 bout, noting it affects daily activities like walking and sleeping, but does not stop her from competing.
Interesting.
Just saying,
it's
bro.
almost
kind
of similar with Usman says about his knees. Like it kind of bothers him outside of fighting, but when he's in there, he says,
I see. Pull up the fucking weigh-ins today, like the real weigh-ins. You're gonna be tripping at how drastic that limp is, dude.
Man, I don't want to look at it. I just now you're freaking me
out. How come no
like
fucking
I said, I'm not betting on it, but like,
dude, hold on a minute. How come no weigh-in outlet mentioned that?
I didn't notice it at the first.
Oh, skills look good at Philly. Like, fuck. Yeah.
Watch it, Toad. I'm telling
It
you,
was
you're
the
gonna be like,
ceremonial
what?
weigh-ins you're talking
No,
about?
the real
No.
ones, like the actual weigh-ins.
Oh.
Dude, her legs look skinny as fuck. She's like obviously wearing like the underwear, so it's even more like pronounced, you know?
Yeah, I definitely gotta go watch that real quick here. Oh shit.
I want to say it's the right hip, if I'm not mistaken. It's the right hip, but it's one of them.
I'll zoom in extra hard to make sure I get the right leg.
Yeah. We watched the face-off, so we didn't notice anything.
Well, no,
I
that's
haven't
what I'm
seen
saying. I sometimes like those videos that sounds like, if you didn't catch the weigh-ins, you should know this. Like, there's some
Yeah.
good outlets that are good about that. No one said shit that I saw today. So
Yeah, we just watched the weigh-ins. We didn't see any limp or anything from her, but maybe we missed
I gotta
it.
find it.
I think it's
here.
like crazy
Oh,
print.
So Duran comes
I just
out.
noticed the odds drop on Robertson decision from plus 310
Holy,
to plus.
You're watching the
280
real
to-
weigh-ins, Toad?
I am, but it's in like 120p. Let me fix this shit. God, YouTube.
I just watched it. Yeah, there's a little.
It's
there's
like
little
she's
bit
got like a
there.
pet, kind of like like she's lifting her leg up like this while she's walking. Like it's like a weird motion.
It's like almost a little bit stiffer.
Yeah.
In a way.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
MMA math tells me 2 fights that Robertson won with Marina
Mhm.
Rodriguez and Lemos were more dominant than Mackenzie Dern's fight, which she
100%.
lost those 2 bouts with those 2 women. It's interesting if the limp's going to be a factor or not. Nothing
Yeah.
I really noticed specifically. I'll have to look back more, but
Check it out.
non-biased, yeah, I actually like Robertson with the volume and takedown defense because you look at the stats and the numbers, which don't lie. Robertson has a pretty good strike and accuracy versus Dern, and then the takedown accuracy of Dern in some previous fights just a little questionable for sure. I think the odds are a little wide at 3-1, so at Robertson 3-1, it should be way closer for sure. And then you're obviously seeing the line movement towards the decision. Like you're not seeing plus 310 anymore for sure at any book. It's going to be a lot lower.
I feel that. I mean, shit.
And even with Usman, he won his last fight. I do believe like the knees weren't really a factor.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. They say it like kind of affects them outside of the cage, but not inside, which is
Nah, he
interesting.
still was, you know.
Do you guys
looking at the
you guys
line
able
movement, nods and like stuff like that? Like, I know the intangible stuff you can't control, but stuff we can control. We can control the odd movement. We can control the odds. We can control our predictions. We can't control intangibles like injuries, etc.
right? But you got to factor that kind of shit in. You know what I mean?
It's still factored in, but it's like it's interesting.
Did anyone find it or no?
I haven't really seen her limp for sure.
Yeah, I pulled it up. All the
watched it.
fucking like LG switches from 1999 that the reporters were recording that shit with had it so choppy that I couldn't see fuck all. And God forbid the multi-billion-dollar company has creditable just anytime leaks to shit. So
Here, I mean, Toad, if you go to the UFC 330 morning weigh-in show that they did.
but then you got to dig through it, right? What's the
I
timestamp?
got the timestamp for you.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah.
Go to 34.
And my main concern in this one was protecting a champion that's so pretty and like gets so many views by the public. Because I tell you what, I'm viewing Mackenzie Dern on fight night. She's hot.
That
as
matters.
Fuck. She's gonna get the views. That shit can matter. We looked at Brandon Royval in a recent interview talking about the views and Instagram followers and bullshit like that. Like that shit can matter. So in a close fight by a decision, we can see Dern get it done, just having more followers, more views, bullshit like that. But realistically, stylistically, non-bias aside, I gotta go with the more volume. And looking at the takedown.
Fiend, what you're saying is very two-pronged though, right? Like I agree with you.
It's weird.
Like they're gonna want the attractive chick. Like, who doesn't fucking want to look at attractive women?
I know.
Like, of course.
It's so
But
dumb.
then there's another business side of it, which is like, yo, you get Canada a champ. That's fucking massive.
I know.
You know what I mean? So like, you got to kind of see. You got to think what the promotion needs and wants more at this point.
I don't know.
No.
It's a win-win fight for the promotion though, because it's either history and that promotion for
Dog
very
pass.
common UFC Canada card to push a pay-per-view there or whatever. But to earn keeping the belt, there's a lot of promotion there just because of the halo effect that everyone drools over of her, and they love having that.
Coming back.
Just like the PFL, there's something about a Barbie doll fucking UFC champ that just the promotions love, to help promote martial arts without giving them a fucking man creature like Heather Swanson from South Park.
I want Fiend. Are you able to show this on screen or no?
Once I go back inside, I can.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
I'm watching it right now, by the way.
I do want to just take a look at it with you guys. I know that's like I might be being like fucking OD right now about it. But
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Right as she was exiting the stage 2, you could see her have like a slight hobble as well.
Let me know the video and timestamp, and I'll pull it up. I don't give a fuck
34.
if we get copyright striked or not, but I'll have a hoot and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, it's timestamp 34 on the morning weigh-in show.
All right. I'll get it going.
Thank you for that, 10-7.
I think it's more pronounced like before, so
yeah, it's worth pointing out. No one covered it though that I know of.
Let's cover it. Let's smoke one more, boys. 10-7. Cold one. Crack it. This is
good play,
the final
Big
prop
Factor, obviously.
of the week, so it's definitely a good one to discuss, as no one really talked about it yet. That's why I wanted to continue the trend here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what's good, boys? How you guys feeling about tomorrow? Excited or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man,
excited.
yeah. I think
This
it's
was the best
a
prop
lot of
Fiends
hate on
fucking
this
year.
card. But
I'm
I
a
think it's
nerd
going to be
because
a
I love
fun
all
card.
cards. Because even some of the shit cards on paper end up being bangers. So if you're giving me a semi-banger or whatever,
Me too, Toad.
then I'm always geeking out extra. So
I'm just easy to please, but
Yeah.
I enjoy most weekends.
You are
rather-
easy to please,
yeah.
you fucking horny bastard.
I'd rather this than to have a bunch of off weeks. You know what I mean?
1,000,000%.
Exactly. Me too.
What he's gooning out in the fucking mountains of Banff saying, boys, I need one. Give it to me.
It'd be like that
He
sometimes.
gets home and says, let's go.
It do be like that.
Time to lock in.
Doobie like that. I like that.
There we go, Toad. I'm glad you caught that. Hey, fuck
guy's
Jamie
sharp.
Lynn Horth. Jillian Robertson is the queen of the North.
Hey, I can respect that. Besides, Jasmine Jazidivius for me is one of those girls too. Oof.
How do you feel about Malat Buckley? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah, I'm
It's
looking.
another
forward
one
to
of
that.
those ones where, like, I hope Mike wins, but I think just the matchup, and I think Buckley has decent takedown defense, and like
Yeah, he
I don't know, it was
does.
different in the Usman fight, but he showed it multiple times in previous fights before that. So I don't know. I think it's a kind of a bad matchup for Mike, but
It
I
is.
hope he can pull it off, and I really would
Yeah.
love to see Canada just keep it rolling here.
I'll tell you this: if he gets the upset on Buckley with the finish, especially, that is going to soar him to being known very quickly, if he wasn't already, to the casual MMA fan. But I think Mike Malat for sure will have his toughest test in his MMA career in this fight. Next to Neil Magny in respect, right? That was another big fight for him. That you got a guy with a lot of experience that builds into fights. The thing with Malat is he's a great hammer, but when he's constantly swinging the hammer, when he's going tit for tat, resetting and loading and feigning, he's not the biggest of guys. He's not the most rangy of guys. He's powerful, but I see Mike getting hit and kind of guys with good footwork move around. Buckley is very loose, long, explosive. It's a terrible matchup for Mike on the feet, and I worry for him there. If he can wrestle and grapple some, maybe that's a little bit of a wash. But even then, the physical upside with Buckley's going to be evident. It's one of those things where, dude, Mike should be the dog, probably plus 200 or so there in respect to how good Buckley is. But Does he have a shot in the fight? For sure. I'm very interested to see the props, maybe on a submission or a knockout, but I don't see him grinding out. That's not a main event, right?
It is.
It is.
That's
Oh, it
the
is.
main event of
That's over
Edmonton.
25, so that's going to be 25 minutes is very interesting. Also, I don't know if Mike has that 25 minutes in him like Buckley has that we know of.
Yeah, it should be
It's
interesting.
I'm gonna have to follow Mike's camp and see how he's looking and just see if he's ready for the storm, because rooting for proper, but I it's a tough ask. I have a lot of respect for Buckley, another friend of the Mud Hut at one moment in time. I don't know if he still is, but I got a photo with him and talked to him briefly. Cool ass dude, and yeah, Vegas is a riot, but he had a big splash at the 300 pressers. He likes to show up and be in the crowd with us and meet the fans, show some love. That's when he got on the mic there and asked for that fight. So it was cool to see him real quick after.
Toad, you see what Fiend's holding up right there?
We ready.
Is Canadian jersey there? Yeah.
Man, isn't it? Bro, this guy's repping our sport, this American sport.
Bro, 1 gold medal.
Whoa,
Don't count it.
whoa.
Bro,
We need
don't
to
count that
slow
1 gold
down
medal,
there,
bro.
boys. All right?
Freebird
We need
went
to slow
hard as
down
fuck
right there.
during the Olympics.
All right, buddy?
Freebird went hard as fuck during the Olympics. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck. Bayman. Fuck.
Still Canada's game.
I'm a Hawks fan, so I'm spoiled. Now we're kind of shitty.
Bernard.
Hey,
You like the Bernards, what?
That kid's a monster, dude. That kid's so
He's
fucking
Canadian,
sick.
bud.
That kid is so sick. But yeah, I mean, that was fun. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun to finally beat fucking Canada in a gold medal game in hockey. That was cool.
It was due.
I grew up playing a fuck ton of hockey games and loving the Red Wings in the 90s because they were just so fucking good. And then I started going this little hole in the wall when I turned 21. Anytime the Red Wings would score, the drinks are like 75% off. People are buying everyone's shit. It's a good ass fucking time. So anyways, I started really cheering for the Detroit, and they're always in the playoffs, tournaments, whatever, and it's always Chicago.
Hey, that 7-game series like a fucking decade ago was wild.
And they always came back at the end to tie it up. Like the Red Wings would play just like Detroit Lions, like rallying in the third fucking period, coming back last second. But you had like Kane and all these dudes that were just so fucking good that just like be shots on goal all day. Your goalie's a tank. Like, anyways, I don't know. Chicago was always Detroit's kryptonite for a period there, and they went from being the best team, period. So I don't follow hockey like that anymore, but I had a good ass time watching it for like 5 or 6 years. I think Detroit Red Wings, last I knew, they had a young cat that had like the fastest lap record speed, which was fucking insane watching the recording of that. The dude could skate like a fucking bullet. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember his name now.
There's a Red Wings dude, young guy, like a rookie. He showed up and has the world record for fastest ice skate lap. There's a fucking couple wasp in my office, so that's fun. Well,
I had to take down a wasp nest, Toad, like fucking 5-6 days ago.
Yeah, during a stream.
No, it was right outside my front door.
Oh hell yeah!
The scammer wants to know: giveaway shouldn't be stopped by you, Fiend.
What are you giving away?
I usually give away $50, but now that's for the fantasy draft, which is Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. But the scammer wanted to know: giveaway shouldn't be stopped by you, Fiend, because I used to give away free money on the Prop Fiends show and other shows in the past, but
I was wondering what happened to all the robots that used to be in here.
One of them's back.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
And he says giveaway shouldn't be stopped by you, Fiend. So someone
is
not
spelling
happy
is
with the giveaway
fantastic.
being stopped.
I'm gonna go get a slipper on so I can stomp this thing's head off when it lands.
Great
Yeah,
spelling,
look at
brother.
that head,
Shouldn't
fucking guy.
Fiend.
Matrix.
He's doing so well.
We're in the Matrix with Bam Bam, Icy, and Toad. Toad
yeah.
just left the Matrix and he said, you know what? We're giving out $50 to the winner of the fantasy draft weekly, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. No more scammers, because the problem was we had so many scammers, spammers trying to win this $50 every week on the Prop Fiends show that we had to end that shit. So fantasy draft gets the $50 that I give out every week. $50. I give out $50 Canadian every week to the fantasy draft winner, 1 p.m. Eastern time Saturdays, unless it's an early event. So escape Matrix. If you want to escape the Matrix, join the D codes, join Bam Bam, Icy, and Toad for more, and you might be able to escape the Matrix.
Maybe.
Maybe, bro.
Right.
Like, it's been a minute since we've seen you in here, but clearly
It's a good way to get subs and shit, though. You know, giving away 50. Everyone wants free money.
we tried. And
We're
then we
trying
got
to give out
spammed
free
and
money with
scammed.
these fucking picks today with these props, right? We're trying to
Oh, we
give
gonna
you
cash.
my boy.
One of
So,
the best of all time.
That's all I'm saying. Here comes Toad. He's back. No flip flop in hand.
He's about to croak on these fucking Philippines full of fiends.
We're gonna see Toad get fucking just destroyed by wasps right now, live on camera. This is crazy.
Toad, are you swarmed right now?
Boom! You dead, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know they start attacking when they smell like the fucking pheromones of a dead one, Toad. They start like really.
Yeah.
pulling up.
That's my bait now, though. See, they're gonna fall for that trap and come up in my hood and get fucking crashed out on.
They're
Saying,
be
croaked.
Be careful. But
Toad,
shit,
are you okay? Is there actually a swarm of wasps near you?
I had two in my office in this corner. I don't know where the other one is. I'm gonna fucking sit on it here in a minute. I'm sure.
You ready to win like the rest of us?
Yeah. Or have we gone through all of our props yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Fuck yeah.
That's
Yeah.
her.
Well, I
That's
guess.
she.
I
Hey.
guess. Do you guys want to put together a parlay for the old send off?
Yeah, let's
Tradition
cook that
going,
up real
yeah.
quick.
As long as we can escape the Matrix on the long run, we can do that.
All right,
Because
what are we
man,
feeling?
I had to stop that giveaway.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
dude.
here, hey buddy, you want $50? I need you to have at least $5.
Suck on these nuts.
I'm gonna
Suck on these
take
fucking
your
nuts.
$5 and I'm
Yeah.
gonna conjure it into 50, but you have to follow the steps. And there's
I
4
show
steps
speed.
involved,
I
alright?
show fucking fiends.
That's
Let's
the best I
fucking
can do.
go.
I can't give you 50, but I can show you how 5 can turn into 50 real quick here. How about that?
let's turn it in, Toad. What are we doing? What's
All right.
the
You
first
can get
leg?
50 if you follow 10-7 MMA and Toad.
So let's just
MMA Toad
recap.
right
Let's
now.
just recap the card and go through like a confidence meter here, right? We've given
Yeah.
a lot of props, a lot of values, but from a confidence meter, there were some good conversations to be had about the opposition and showing back up, etc. When we break this down, truly, I want to hear from each of you. Some of the fighter by finish props where maybe it's less of a sweat on a parlay because you're getting both the submission and knockout, or if you're very dead on the hill of like it can go the decision, then what is the prop for fight that go over, say, to be less of a sweat? And I think the best approach to this should be some of those more wider plays, but we can maybe find some value. I think as a 4-leg, this should totally crush, and I'm expecting maybe plus 1000 minimum.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's crush it, yeah. But it's tough, right? I'm going to say from a confidence meter on this card, I'm very confident in Esteban, for instance, right? Esteban for me should be probably a leg in this parlay via a knockout. So I'd say that's probably a good one there. But if you're respecting the decision too, then I don't know. His last I checked, his dual chance was like plus 400. I'm not in love with that. Or sorry, negative 400. I wasn't in love with that, but I think at negative 140 or 150, depending on your bookie, it's a good parlay leg. Fight to get the knockout any round. You're not sweating a specific minute, you know.
I mean, if we're gonna parlay some shit, and you want what I'm most confident in, it's Dante Johnson by finish, which is right now I'm seeing minus 125. That's
Okay.
KO and submission.
Okay.
Throw that in there at minus 125 if we're building a little parlay.
Oh, there we go, for sure.
Yeah. Parlate.
Yeah, I love that. Some
Let's
plus
go.
value too to the parlay as well.
We got Dante KO
Dante by finish.
Yeah.
by finish.
Built this one out on 365 and FanDuel and see whichever has the best prop.
And what odds exactly you got?
I'm seeing minus 125 on that.
Boom.
Toad, what was yours exactly?
I'm getting it loaded up right now.
Okay. I'm asking what your leg was that you're throwing in.
Oh, sorry, the Esteban knockout.
Esteban by KO?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll throw that in there. We'll see what's up. Boom.
Esteban KO, TKO, DQ. We got that at minus
I got 175 on that.
minus 175.
See, getting a couple bookies loaded up here.
F3 and Icy left. We got Rivovic's KO, Dante finish. I mean, Icy, the pressure's fucking on.
What do you guys think about my one prop, the Malik KO plus 105?
Just Malik by just straight up KO. No round, no nothing.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's ride. I'm very confident in that.
Let's do it.
So FanDuel only had Dante by finish at negative 140. So I'm going to check out what 365 has.
Okay. I'm seeing Dante on DraftKings. It's minus 125 Dante by KO.
I have a spreadsheet here pulled up. We're looking at Dante KO.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry.
Or you're saying
I'm so
finish.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so
you're saying
sorry.
by finish, yeah.
I clicked the wrong fight. We're not even Mansour Abdul Malik minus 110 is what I'm seeing by KO.
Ooh. Mansour KO on my book is currently plus 105, still bet 365.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's the value
crazy.
right there. Hell yeah.
That's wild.
And I'm putting it into DraftKings right now, so I'll let you guys know what the four leg looks like odds wise here. Y'all do the same with whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
building
well,
it
let
on
us-
2 bookies just to see what it finishes and then take the best one, obviously. I
Yeah,
got
everyone let us know your odds.
soon too, so I want to lock that in. Kind of
Fiend,
ASAP.
what are you going with, Fiend?
Dante by finish is minus 150 on my book.
Okay. What's your leg?
My leg, oof. So we usually like to agree with everybody. Everyone just kind of shot out one. I want everybody to agree on this one. I feel like Oro buy has to be a play.
Okay.
I don't want everyone to be locked in on that finish. So what's Oro buy, or not by? I don't want everyone to be locked on the submission. So what's Oro by finish?
Oral by double chance. I got it at minus 185, which isn't fucking bad.
Yeah, it's solid.
If
So
you guys
on-
want to do that, be a
on
little
Dr-
safer.
On DraftKings, that hits plus 731.
I'd do it. Oro by finish at this price, first fight of the night. You should finish the fight.
Toad, where are you getting a better value at?
I was just still looking at the Johnson fight. That was negative 140 FanDuel and negative 145 365. So very similar. I think the
Yeah.
UI is kind of shit, so I'm digging through that. Let's see. I am looking for.
Check
Then
my
there's-
2 books that have the best odds for props usually.
I'm looking for Esteban knockout here. So that is at negative 135, which I think's pretty safe, personally. I kind of opened with, do we agree this is a safe one? Does anyone disagree? I think Esteban gets a knockout.
Yeah.
I like that.
I could see a decision, but I'll ride with the KO.
I'd ride with the KO. I could see a decision too. But I'd
I
ride
see a
with the KO.
finish. I was leaning this fight to maybe like start around 2 kind of thing, but I think Rivovich, like the last fight for Barbosa, was not a great look, and I think I don't disagree with it at all. And at the price, it's a negative money, but I think
Yeah,
it
You'll
happens.
get it.
FanDuel's not Malik knockouts negative 105, so that's funny.
That's
We'll see.
crazy, man. You're getting plus money on Bet365 on that
Yeah.
Mansoor Abdul Malik KO. So
Yep.
Bookshot for sure. Oral by finish minus 180. Little chalky, but should be safe.
Let's get it. Let's hit that shit and have a fucking fun night out. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, I think this smacks. Smacks.
What are the official odds on that 4-leg?
I got plus 731 on DraftKings.
Still trying to figure it out.
But that seems lower than 365 though. It's going to be higher on Bet 365.
Yeah, Icy or me will pull that up because
731 by the way, not 631.
Usually I find Bet 99 and Bet Rivers are two of my better ones. FanDuel's pretty solid too, but it looks like from my spreadsheet here that I'm looking at, Bet Rivers might be the best way to go.
Hey, Joseph, my Esteban prop is negative 135 for his knockout. It's what I'm locking it in as anyways.
That ain't too bad. Not too bad. And it's plus 731, not 631 for the whole parlay.
I'm going to pull this up on Bet 365. See what we can get, boys. Rebovic's getting a little bit better of a number actually now that I'm seeing on Bet 365. So that's good to see. Oral by finish. Probably the chalkiest leg there.
Sometimes you got to lay some chalk, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other finish was Dante by finish. And this will be the final leg on Bet 365 to get the official number. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun.
What do you got?
Oh, geez, is this correct? Dante by KO, DQ, TKO, or sub. Meitelbeck by KO, DQ, TKO, or sub. Esteban KO, TKO, DQ. Same with Mansoor. We're getting 930 on Bet 365. 930 for this.
Let me
parlay.
check out my books here quick.
FanDuel has a 30% profit boost right now, which applies it up to 946.
Damn.
I think, yeah. The base for Bet 365 is 828. So plus there. And they also had their own boost that you could use. 50% if you have two or more legs right now. So that's going to fucking nuke it. I'm going to use one. I'm going to use that booster for sure and send it. I'm going to do half a unit.
Almost 10-1.
That ain't too shabby, boys.
Half a unit for sure for me. This is a fun one. I believe in all these.
Hell yeah.
I do too.
You guys doing a fight companion tomorrow?
I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, absolutely. You doing your pre-show?
100,000,000%.
For sure.
That's
We know
Well,
that.
never miss, brother. I'll do it. I did it for fucking China and Australia, dude. I ain't missing out.
oh, for sure.
Let's go.
Are you
America.
booked out? Are there expected cappers or anyone swinging through already?
Yeah, I got money making Mitch coming tomorrow. He was there last week. Very well fucking received. He's hilarious. If you guys haven't checked him out,
Oh, okay.
he does like these fucking freestyles. He does like little raps about MMA on Instagram. Shit's hilarious. Absolutely
sick.
fucking hilarious. So
Okay.
check him out.
Nice.
Shout out the boy, money making Mitch. He's from your area, Toad. He's from Detroit.
No shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah, check him out.
Very cool.
Cool ass guy. If you want to stop by, shit, let me know. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
come on now.
I'll try to swing through the chat at the very least. But yeah, I'll for sure swing over.
And then Icy, it was nice talking to you, bro. I know you follow each other on social media, but this is the first time like we actually got
Yes,
to
sir.
converse and shit. And then Fiend, of course, brother. I appreciate you having me on. I wish DS was able to come through too at some point. You know what I mean? We'll make it happen again
For
at
sure.
some point. I hate that it happened this week because I fucking hate this card for betting, but we try to find some value and hopefully it hits. So
bro. We appreciate you so much, and thankful to give out DS's props. You guys will be back for more for sure. Always welcome, and yeah, check out that pre-show and Fight Companion. We will be live. MMA Toad. If you want to join 10-7, we can drop you the link. If you want to collab on that Fight Companion too, if you're interested.
Can't do it, brother. Wedding tomorrow, man. I'm not even watching the fucking fights.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can give you the link. You can kind of drop in and out. Just do a little live stream from the.
That's what he said. He's like, we should go live like during the wedding. I'm like, bro, like I'm not going live in a suit, hammered as fuck. Like I'm not doing that. But...
Okay, I can give you the link for the Fight Companion, and you boys drop in for like 10 minutes, just fucking drunk as fuck, just shooting the shit.
I'm showing up unhinged tomorrow. You're not getting professional Bam tomorrow. You're
That's all right.
Hinged, so we'll see,
bro. The unhinged part's the best part. I'm
sounds
telling
like
you right
sounds
now.
like Fight Fiend over here really wants to go to a wedding tomorrow from his fucking office.
I'm ready to wedding crash.
Yeah, all
bro.
you gotta do is give me 10 minutes, man. I swear to God, I beat you 10
single.
minutes.
I'm fucking.
you gotta
ready.
dress the part. I want you in a fucking tux. You know.
You see the mohawk? I'm just fucking rocking her. I'm ready to fuck.
It's the fucking wedding
no
crasher from
Canadian
Canada.
tux, bro. No denim. This is a classy event. You know what I mean?
No denim, bro.
Yeah.
Complete.
He's got the
class.
fucking flannel tux. Fucking cut
No
off
flannel
sleeves.
either, bro. I got a suit stored up, ironed fresh.
Let's fucking get it, baby. Hey guys, I'm excited. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's wrap up. Come on.
Much love.
Yes,
I
sir.
got a suit, but I got a box of cards. Come join us for the Fight Companion. I'll rip them while we fucking yell at our computer screens. Much love, boys. Thank you for joining us. The 10-7 MMA. Icy fucking cool up here. Love this dude. Sharp as fuck. And of course, Fight Fiend Forecast. Locking it in all across the world. Join all socials. It's all right there on your screen. Much love, boys.
Hell yeah.
Welcome.
Peace.
Appreciate
Father's plan, brother. Right here.
Let's
The
go.
Bye, finish.
10-7. We out.
Beat 10-7 MMA. Go there, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mother.
Please welcome MMA Toad.
What the fuck are you doing, Phil?